Welcome back with the Billy Shorty friend.
What's good? It's your boy B Neil.
Big shout outs. It's not a Wednesday. It's a Thursday. I mean, it's a Tuesday. It's my birthday, 30th birthday in the fucking building. Let me share this stream out real quick. Hold
Big
on.
dirty 30.
Send it out.
I
Why I
was
keep
I,
is Dirty 30 a girl thing? I thought Dirty
nah it
30 was
is.
like
I
a
was
girl
kind of being
thing.
fun.
Or was it a nigga thing? I thought Dirty 30 was a girl thing. They said Dirty 30. I think that's for females. I
Yeah,
don't think Dirty
you
30 is a
you're
thing that
dirty
males.
30. You're dirty 30. Happy birthday, my boy.
Damn, 30 years old.
That
We here,
shit
baby.
crazy. I'm a couple months away, my boy.
We all about to be there. We all about to be there. Jesus. But
Jesus.
a lot of things to get into today. A lot of things to talk about. Gunshots, everything like the interview. We got Ryan Garcia exposing the elites. What else we got? We got the female rap conversation. We want to talk about that. Meek Mill, more he's doing more talking, more doing whatever he does, and all that good shit like that. So obviously, good things start the day. That's my to say that again. 30 years around the sun feels good. It feels great. Um, I'm not getting on all the people. I didn't think I was gonna make it here. I thought I was gonna make it to 30. I thought I was gonna make it here. So
I'm not one of them
before we
dudes.
get started, I knew I was gonna be here.
No, not really, honestly.
All
No,
right,
not
well,
really.
fuck it then. Let's just dive right into the bullshit then. So I'll talk about we talk about the interview shit, the catch shit. We can talk about that later because we always talk about Tory Lanez type shit. I want to talk about this new shit that just popped across my screen uh today, and that's Ryan Garcia, right? Obviously, Ryan Garcia is supposed to be fighting Devin Haney in April at some point. They've been doing their promo run. They've been doing their little live press conferences, all that good shit like that. Promote. And he's been seeming kind of like unhinged, kind of, a little bit off. Some people think he's off that cocaine, being around, what's the boxer, the Mexican? De La Hoya. De La Hoya is a little freaky. He a little weird. So he's around De La Hoya. They think he kind of going down that cocaine route, right? So then the other day, so Instagram, like it was just like movement. It was see what was going on, and then they claimed that he had been killed by the police or he'd have been kidnapped, and he came out and made a video, and then now he's on Twitter Space with Andrew Tate exposing the elites. He said that he was held down. I think we said he was hogtied
I
on
don't
some
know
R.
how
Kelly
top
shit
people.
in Bohemian Grove. And they forced him to watch children get sexually assaulted. That's what he said happened with his Instagram.
I seen that.
Now, I know we live in a time where things like that, but me personally, I think Ryan Garcia is full of shit. Cause I feel like the thing to do now on the internet is to do things and say things that we know a lot of people will, get down with. A lot of people will believe in the elixir for whatever. Maybe he's really going through because he's a boxer, right? CTE is a real thing. I don't know how early onset CTE can happen. I don't know, but him, I don't believe him. Now, do I think shit happen? Yeah, shit like that. Him, and now he's just airing it out. No, I don't believe that. What do you think? Salute Nerd Affiliated in the chat. What do you think?
I mean, the interesting part of what you said is he got arrested. Like, is this like an official arrest or is this something he was making up as well
I
that you
think,
think?
but it was like an IG. You know, how, like when people like be filming and it's like you can't see shit, you don't know what's going on. So like that's what started the whole like, did he get kidnapped or whatever
But
narrative.
did anybody else like around him kind of mention anything, or it
I
was just
haven't
him
seen nobody but him corroborate this
kidnapping
story.
shit? Like, I mean, that's a little crazy. I mean, he that scared of David Haney? He making up kidnapping stories? Like, what we doing?
Devin
Like,
Haney claims he's just trying to sell a fight, which I don't know how this sells the fight, but you know,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
what Devin
getting
Haney
kidnapped,
said.
like that's insane.
Let me see if I can find the video.
He's saying by the police or something like that. That's crazy. Now, you know me, when somebody bring up some shit like this, like Bohemian Grove or something like this, my flags go off like it's time to defend
But
it.
see, that's the thing. He know niggas like you. He know niggas like you gonna believe it. That's what I'm saying. Because he know niggas like you. Because like I said, this thing probably does happen, right? And people know that, so they know when they say it, niggas like y'all gonna be like, yeah, it was.
It just
How did it happen to him? But he know
uh,
how to use the algorithm. He know how to get niggas talking.
and I'm not arguing that by any means. It's just my thing is like if he was in some type of corner where like people were shitting on him, or he maybe had some assault charges or something crazy going on, like, and then he act like he get kidnapped, then he act like he go through like this victim, because technically he's a victim right now, like how he's trying to portray things. So I'm trying to figure out like what led him to even be in that type of mode. You know what I mean? Like I know the Bohemian Grove shit. It could be either way, obviously, because we don't know, but it just seems weird why he's out of nowhere, because this is like erratic behavior. This is like Antonio Brown behavior. Like this is not something that I've seen from Ryan Garcia before. Like I know Ryan Garcia is not the smoothest guy in the world when he be doing interviews and shit. He be seeming a little awkward, like when he some of his comebacks when he in the little when they in the press conference with the box be on one side, they on one side. A lot of his shit be kind of weak. A lot of times, little like TikTok comebacks or niggas in the comment comebacks like that. Like nothing like real thought out. So I do feel like he was a little weird, but not to this point. Like it's I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't. I just feel like because I feel like that's what social media is now. A lot of times, like people, and that's why I kind of felt like even just to, like I don't even know if we're gonna talk about this, but this go back to the Diddy lawsuit shit. This is why I feel like the Diddy lawsuit is bullshit as well. Just the new one. I'm not saying Diddy's never done nothing, but I do feel like we're in an age of the internet where a lot of people are using things that a lot of people already believe, and then they're like using them to their own viral like farming advantage, right? Like when I was reading the lawsuit and I was just seeing everything that was in the lawsuit was just we already believe from who's mad he didn't get credit on the album. It just made me think like, you know, I don't know if I necessarily believe everything that you're saying. I don't know how much weight y'all holding the women who were photographed coming out and saying, "Nigga, I'm fucking 35 years old. I'm not underage." But I like people like, "Oh, they got paid off." But some of this like shit, I don't hold too much stock in because a lot of people be doing shit for like clicks, likes, and attention, just for like hoping that there'll be some confirmation bias. But this is the video of the IG. Let me play it real quick. Tiptoe through the window, the window. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I thought it was gonna play like nice and small, but it was just like that. A whole bunch of shit popped up on the screen. It was like 666 RIP.
I did see
Let me
that.
see. So it says Ryan Garcia RIP bitch 666. Video's exactly 666 in time. We told you we could come in ha 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 ha, and then just a bunch of letters, and then that's what. Oh my God, he got kidnapped, and then now he's Bohemian Grove. It's like, okay, bro. I don't believe you, but he's trending. He's getting attention, and that's where we are in today's society. That's where we are. Niggas want attention, but like my thing is, the Haney versus Garcia fight is like, would you consider it a super fight?
Somewhat. Not because of they're actually great. Not because both are great boxers, just because at this point one does have a brand and one is like a known boxer.
Yeah. So it's like I don't see why you would do this. Like, and to me, this doesn't make people want to watch your fight. Like, I don't see how the Bohemian Grove shit, unless he's hoping that like the people that are on that whole like exposing the elites, because like I said, with this whole farming content and farming type shit like that, there's a lot of these pages that do a lot of that type of like grabbing shit that don't really be real and misconstruing shit, and they're like, Ryan Garcia is about to post. Retweet this if you can't wait for him to expose the elite. Like that, them type of pages like that, they're all like hopping in on it now. So it's
They
like,
don't care about boxing. Like they
no,
not
but they
cutting
might
on pay per
watch
view.
because they might think he's like their new, you know,
Not pay per view type shit.
expose the elite, fucking woke, the new. You never know. These niggas do buy shit. They be funding these little Instagram, Twitter niggas. So you never know.
No, it's
But that's the
possible, of
thing is
course.
like
Like I just feel like
Bohemian.
unless you
Here's the
already
thing.
tied into the sport of boxing, that's not gonna do nothing. That's not gonna raise any metrics of I got some conspiracy guys in this on this paper. I don't think that's gonna change the number of how much they're gonna get a bag and shit like that. Like it honestly it might hurt more from what you're saying, just because it's like, what is this nigga doing? Like, is this nigga even sane? Like, do I even want to watch this fight? Because this dude seems like a goofball. Like boxing, a lot of time people gotta take you serious as a man, because it's like you in there with another man and your character gonna come out if you some type of flaw. Like a lot of people say his character came out versus what's the name, where he could have got up. Like I've seen where boxers fall down, late reaction and shit like that, and they could some fight through it, some don't. But a lot of people say he gave up there, and that's a maybe a show of his character where he could have got up and pushed through the pain for another 30 seconds before it kind of really went away. But Yeah,
Maybe he's
I mean,
scared.
30
Maybe he's
seconds in a
hoping that
boxing fight is a long time too,
maybe he's hoping they call off the fight. Maybe that's what he's hoping for. Who knows?
but that's what I'm saying. That's what that shit like that gonna come out in your character, and that might affect the fight more than anything. Like, and if he's that scared, bro, just leave boxing alone and go. I wouldn't even. I was gonna say go into the lane where, one of the Logan brothers doing where he's just boxing just niggas that ain't even really relevant, and do some shit like that. Cause I mean that's where he come from, really. Like he a meme, like he came from TikTok and shit like that, and he
But what, he
built
was
his
really a
career.
professional boxer though, wasn't he? He was like really a professional.
Bro,
He was fighting for
I,
real.
I am out the
He
loop.
was just
I'm out the
one of the
loop.
first. He was just one of the first young athletes to like use the social media thing, right?
So I'm really am out the loop. I was thinking that he got a lot of bloods from Facebook and YouTube, TikTok, shit like that, because that's what he was on first, and then he kind of transitioned to boxing. That's how I kind of thought, because that's how everybody was making it seem like they
I
don't
think
take him serious because he a real
he was just
boxer.
a young nigga who was very skilled at boxing, right? And then he's young. He's only 25. I think he just used social media to make his because I don't think you're like a nigga from TikTok and you're the fourth highest ranked lightweight. Like I don't think that's just like Jake Paul's not even ranked probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no,
he's
it is.
actually the
It's
fourth
different.
best. He's got 25. He's 24 wins, 20 knockouts. You know, like he was undefeated before he fought Tank, so he had to be legit at some point. I just don't know if he's
Eh,
as legit
I
as
don't
he
know
was
what
ever.
type of legit though. Like I don't know who he was fighting because you can get away with getting defeated if you're not fighting the right people. And maybe he built a career that looked real. I just didn't hear him as being like a lot of people say he's not like a real professional. Like when it comes to his boxing skills, they don't really look at him as a real professional. And it showed with Tank. Like he shouldn't even been able to fight Tank. That's what a lot of people are saying. It's like who did he fight to even get to this point to prove that he's that good of a fighter? And it showed when he fought Tank Lane. I think he might have connected like once or twice, but it didn't seem like he been fighting for 20 however many years. You know what I'm talking about? As far as a real boxer from a young age and shit like that, I just didn't see it. And even in his skills.
See, I don't know because boxing has so many titles, but like his 15th win, he won the WBC, WBO super featherweight title, and then
I
he
guess.
won a vacant lightweight title. Then he retained his title his next fight. Then he weight title, and then he fought Emmanuel Tego, Javier Fortuna. Then he fought Javante Davis, and that's when he lost. And then last fight was some guy named Oscar Duarte, who he KO'd in Houston, Texas. So salute to him. So yeah, I'm sure he's like a legit. So I mean, more legit, I guess, than like Jake Paul.
Yeah, for sure.
And those type of people. Because I feel like if Ryan Garcia actually went like in boxed like they were doing, like Jake Paul and like UFC people, they probably like demolish. He probably demolish. If Jake Paul could demolish his weight class UFC people, Ryan Garcia 5 MMA fighters. I'm talking about like even MMA fighters that are like currently fighting right now, not old ass. I'm talking about people who are actually fighting actively right now
Oh,
in
as
boxing.
in boxing, as far as they
Yeah,
was to
in
come to
boxing. Yeah, in
boxing.
boxing. Yeah. Not in MMA. They fucking obviously
Yeah, I see what
destroy
you're
him, kick
saying.
his ass, whatever. But yeah, I mean that's the Ryan Garcia thing. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Andrew Tate hosted the space with him, and that's when we started talking about the Bohemian Grove. They tied me up in the woods, and they made me watch little kids,
Well,
get
well, let's
assaulted.
say let's get into it. What if it was true? Like, what if let's just the
What if it was true? The If it was true, then people need to go to prison. I mean, if it's
oh that
true,
ain't
like I just don't
happening.
know. I guess my thing is like if these things happen, right? And obviously they've been probably going on for years and years and years and years. The scheme is probably so elaborate. That's why we never hear about it. Like we actually, well, I mean, Alex Jones infiltrated, right, Bohemian Grove, but we didn't actually see like them having sex with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't get that on tape. He got them doing the weird, like stand around the thing ritual. That he got that on camera, but he didn't get the sexual sacrifice, the sexual ritual part. And I don't know. Obviously, people probably don't want to see that, but that's the only part we didn't see. We saw them. That's legit. They were there, standing around this. I don't know what they call it. What's it called? Bumbafat? Is that what it's called? What's it called? I forgot. I forget.
Baphomet.
The demon Bumbafat, whatever. I don't even know if that's what the statue was, but something like that. And they were just out there, right? So that's legitimate. I just don't know about the kid part. Like if that was to ever come out, obviously I'm saying jail, but I feel like they have such
No,
an
that
intricate
is. I
network
think
and they're so
shit.
tied in that they
Shit,
probably
the
better go to
motherfucking
jail.
chief of the motherfucking police might be in that motherfucker with him. Shit, that's what. From
That's what I'm
what he
saying. Like
said, it was police that
they're so
kidnapped them.
like
Shit,
woven in.
how you call police when? So my thing, if it was true, and this is, it's obviously going down the rabbit hole because we have no fucking proof. Um, it would seem kind of crazy that they'll pull you out your motherfucking bed. They'll pull you out of your. You could be at the grocery store and all of a sudden it's a cover over your head and your ass is on the way down to a ritual where it's about some level of maybe correcting you or maybe elevating you or some shit like that. Because let's be real, there is an established practice of this that happens and it's normal. College frats do this. They will pull you. I don't know if that's movie shit, but they'll grab you when it's time for you to. I think it is movie shit how they kind of exaggerate it. But let's say that you be sleeping in your room. They'll come in your room, grab you, and take you to the ceremony and shit like that. But it's a scary process in the beginning because it's like, oh shit, they just came out of nowhere, put a cover over your head, whatever. So they practice it. It ain't, I mean, super scary because it's college niggas. You most likely know it's your frat and the ritual that's going on. But it is a thing where they come pull you out of your bed or your situation and then take you to a ritual. So I wonder where did they get that from? Is that something they practice with celebrities and elites? Because not only that, you'll get people like Gillian Wallow. You ever got that knock on the door? And when they talking to Desi Banks and shit like that, or people will hint to like Kevin Hart. He was talking to, I forget the singer. She had a little show for a little minute, a little white singer, where she was talking about some type of getting that phone call or something like that, and Kevin like tapped on the shoulder, on the leg, like chill out, let's not talk about that. And people like, oh, Kevin Hart's funny and he could have been just making jokes out of this shit. But it's plenty of people where they saying like, we got that knock or we got that call where it's like they just popped up. Some people said it's happened to them multiple times. So if niggas pulling up on their door and giving them warnings and messages and shit, what happened when it's like, all right, well, it's time for a ritual tonight that we got going on and your ass supposed to be involved because we got some plans for you coming up. Like, I just wonder if it's possible, like that in that situation. Because like I said, I've heard rumblings of shit like this happening, but not I got kidnapped coming out, like straight up coming out, and they made me watch kids get raped. Like that's some crazy shit. Like that, as much crazy shit I've heard. Him being able to live to tell that story is kind of insane. So I don't know how true it is with him.
Him being able to live, get out, and then him being able to talk about it, it's just like that's where it gets me a little skeptical because it's like,
I'm not sure with him, but it's just
if they bust up in your house and grab you at one time, when they watch you do that first little hostage looking video, like, oh bitch, you about to come get you, you look like you about to talk, bitch. We about to just send you.
Yeah, you playing.
Get playing around. So it's like that's where I'm like a little bit skeptical of it. But like I said, it could be sell a fight. It could be like I said, it could be one of those things. Like I kind of how Flip was like, oh, for niggas like y'all who believe that shit, like every time y'all hear it, y'all like, yeah, that's it. It could also be for a nigga like me, where it's like I'm a little skeptical. Like I know shit be happening, but I just don't believe every nigga that say something that happens. So it's like it could be like a mind fuck for, you know what I'm saying? Like he could be like telling the truth. And I'm like, I don't believe that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Because they know most people won't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds so off the wall, but it's like, no, it did happen. So it's one of those, two double-edged sword type of things.
Yeah, we be having them weird stories. Martin Lawrence out in the street with a gun, and he talking about they coming to get me. And shit like that. It's like, who coming to get you? Why you got a gun in the middle of the street? He's explaining that he had smoked a lot of weed. I watched the stand-up set when he talked about it. He said he smoked a lot of. I watched it recently, but he was like he smoked a lot of weed, and the weed he got just was different, and it made him just act different. I don't know if that's a cop out because the public need an answer at the time because this was like back in the day when this stand-up came out. I don't know if it's a cover up because even then he wasn't so smooth. Like it wasn't that funny. Like how he made it seem. It was just like I gotta talk about it. Because it's the first time niggas ain't seen me for real. So I don't know. But shit like that, Dave Chappelle has referenced it before. It's like what make people like that go crazy. And you don't know, man. You don't know if it's niggas like celebrities playing with the conspiracy theory minds or they really be on that shit. Like it is a very I don't even know how to explain it. It's a thin line of understanding or believing in reality.
Yeah, because like you said, you never really, you never know.
Because some people be like, it's Dave Chappelle. Like it goes so deep, or like the conspiracy rabbit holes get so fucked up, bro. Because it's like on one hand, Dave Chappelle is like a conspiracy nigga that helped everybody gain knowledge. And then on the other hand, this nigga is affiliated with them, and he only plays with our minds in a certain aspects. They say the same thing about Alex Jones. It's like he's a control asset. Like they get to do all these different things, but at the same time, they also help leading us into distractions and certain things like that. So bro, the conspiracy shit gets very weird, bro, and you have to have a lot of discernment, or you'll get lost in the sauce for real.
You know.
Yeah, bro. I've seen it many times, bro. One nigga, the same nigga that's a hero is the villain of other conspiracy theories, nigga. I'm like, damn. Like you go down to like the numerology niggas, they don't be caring a fuck about nobody. This nigga's in it. Look at this nigga's date.
Oh Lord, don't bring up numerology. You bring up numerology, water about to pop out the damn.
So yeah, man, it's a strange combo. But what's funny, we've been talking about a lot of this shit more recently with the shit like not Chappelle, but Diddy and shit like that.
To the Diddy shit, like the crazy thing is, bro, and this is one of the things about the powerful kind of getting away with shit. Like I said, the lawsuit to me, it feels a little bit like I said, it feels like I said, we've heard these stories, so it's possible that someone being there witnessed these same things and they're just repeating them, right? Like for instance, in the lawsuit, it brings up how Diddy, spreads out the alcohol. Like this one side is for like the girls, and then this thing is for like, hey, like y'all drink these. These was a drug, right? That's in the lawsuit. We heard his bodyguard or something, and they talk about doing that.
Well, that ain't true, because he probably did it to the dudes more than the women.
That's what people said, but
or both.
The thing is, and the only person, and this, maybe this could be, and I want to say this because I don't know if anybody else talked about this, but the only clip I saw anybody post about this was from Candace Owens, and she brought up, and if you believe everything the Diddy lawsuit is true, right? Why is nobody bringing up the Universal Music Group CEO Lucian Grange being a part of the lawsuit? I only hear about Diddy and his son. They ain't bringing up the most powerful man in music. You know,
all right,
like
Candace.
If this pretty much the guy's claiming like this guy Lucian Grange, he knew about it. He was at these parties. Him and Diddy used to be in the room for hours, right? Like he's like, what are y'all doing in these rooms for hours now? So let me just read this. So, where is it at? He also another Motown guy. He named the lawsuit as well. So the Universal Music Group and CEO Lucian Grange is co-defendants on the basis that the major and its boss knew or should have known about the unlawful conduct. The plaintiff, where's the other part about Lucian Grange?
It's like Penn State with Sandusky.
Yeah, he said something about him being there too, though. Where is it? Okay, Grange knew or should have known them through Lace Bottles, DeLeon Tequila, and Ciroc Vodka. As a sponsor of these events, defendant Grange had a duty and obligation to ensure that sex workers and underage girls were not present, and that Mr. Combs was not spiking alcohol with date rape drugs. So that's where I guess Lucian Grange falls in. Obviously, he's not going to say nothing about it.
The known, I don't know if he should like. You should know shit like that, but if you don't know it, I don't know how liable you is for some shit like that.
The him being in Diddy's room thing, that's like just for hours, like man, okay, it's two music executives. Who knows, right? Who knows? But when I think about it, like he should have known that Diddy was if he's not at these parties. See, this is why I feel like the lawsuit's kind of like bullshit. But regardless, it was just curious to me how I didn't hear nobody even bringing this up because like whether you believe the Diddy the thing or not, and obviously going at Meek Mill, but I didn't see nobody because a lot of people that are going to believe this shit, right? So I'm going to believe that you believe everything is in here. It was curious to me nobody was bringing up. Obviously, nobody knows that it is probably, but she was the only person I saw bring up the Lucian Grange point. Like, hey, this powerful Hollywood executives being tied to these, because pretty much what they're trying to paint Diddy as right now is the Epstein of music. That's what they're calling out blackmail and all type of like things right now when it comes to Diddy.
Wild times we living in, man. Wild times.
We got Meek Mill. He's still tweeting. Meek Mill says he's moving to Africa. He said he's tired of the hatred and they try to tear him. He hired investigators to figure out who's trying to take down black artists. I think like Meek Mill really thinks the lawsuit's like AI. He thinks it's like a fabricated thing that was just made up out of the sky. Not necessarily because, like I said, if the guy made it up, the guy's lying about everything. That's one thing.
But it's still an actual.
But he thinks the blogs like created this, stop his EP from doing good. And I will say this: I listened to Meek Mill's EP. It was pretty good, in my opinion. Like for what I expect from a Meek Mill, I liked it. It was pretty good. But I think just because this whole situation it overshadowed it, and obviously I think in 2024 Meek Mill he's not cool to like listen to and everybody whatever, so he doesn't have that like cachet. But overall, I think it's pretty good project, and I'm curious to see how his album goes. But as far as Meek Mill's public perception right now, it's kind of shot. And I would if I was one of his people like in his corner, I'd probably drop the album right now. I'll probably wait, drop a single or something, and then I would advise him to go ahead and yeah. See, he was vintage Meek. I'm sorry, who was that's what I'm saying. That was a good album, but it got overshadowed by all this like gay shit. Or not even the album. It was like 5 songs.
EP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5
I
songs.
listened
Did you
to a
listen to?
couple songs.
You listen to the Future song?
I didn't get to finish it. I was listening to it right before we started.
That was like that him and Future like jump out the face. Like it was just like that type of. Even that one. Even the first song. What is it called? Change came from the bottom. Like it was like slow, and it was like he was doing his little singing auto, and then when the beat switched halfway through and he started rapping and going crazy, I like this is the Meek Mill I like. This is the Meek Mill I fuck with. Like I get it, internet's the internet. I just wish some of our legends were able to just kind of act like some of the other legends, like this shit like that, whatever, brother. I mean, like I know niggas don't want to be known for being gay, and now they calling you Freak Mill and they calling you Cheek Mill and all that. You don't want to be named all that. Like I get it. But sometimes the less you say, it just blow over. Like look at Usher. Usher is doing all the things that you would probably not want to do as a PR person, right? Like his name was in the lawsuit, and after he got accused of, he hops on a plane to Bali to go hang out with Russell Simmons, who's accused of raping who knows how many women in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? He's taking pictures. They're doing yoga. They're smiling. Like this is kind of like when you the only way you can be uncancelable in a way is if you just don't give a fuck. You're just like living your life. You're not responding to shit. You're not saying them because most people don't really care. And whenever tomorrow something happens, Zeus Network does something or whatever, they'll just forget about they'll just forget about this shit. So the best thing I would advise this celebrity to do, if it's not nothing like super detrimental to you that can really do something to you, just let it blow by. Because, brother, think about everything's happened. Like we're in March, right? We're in the 5th day of March. The day I was born 30 years ago. Think about all the shit that happened like this year so far. It was like the Cat Williams shit was the very beginning of the year. That shit was kind of over like in 2 weeks. That was the biggest fucking thing in the world. Like 50 million views is kind of like, all right, well, it happened, cool, whatever. And even like Joe Rogan had Cat and they was talking all that conspiracy theory shit. That was big for like 2 days. And then like it just like shit just happened so fast, like it'll blow over. Like Diddy, this shit'll blow over unless shit just keeps coming out more and more and more. This shit'll just blow over. He'll probably have that stain on him forever because it's kind of a lot of lawsuits that he got. But people got these short attention spans, like on to the next thing. And there will be a next thing. There's always gonna be a next thing, every time.
It's true. But I do think in general you just gotta stay away from shit like this because we have short memories. But when something else come back up, the memory gets sparked up again. Or niggas pulling out everything that you and fucked up and things like that. So you don't want to keep getting in that nasty bag.
Is that he was name dropping the fuck out of him. It goes well with him. Like you got the Diddy thing, and then your EP, your first song. I'm on the song. You on the plane with Ruben. Like, all right, now you hanging around with Ruben too much. They already think
A
y'all on
whole
some weird
lot.
white.
He mentioned them white people a lot.
He mentioned Ruben and Kraft a lot. Like that's his people. Like he really fuck with them. But it's like maybe in the album, let's not mention Billionaire, 76ers, you're Philly. I got it. I understand. But as far as the narrative around everything, bro, Trail sent me that video again today. I didn't realize how hard Lil Baby was giggling in that plane when he was talking about giving them hugs. Have you've seen that video, right? I never
Run that
really
shit
noticed.
back. Let's laugh at it together.
I gotta play that, bro. What's his name? Ruben? How you spell Ruben?
RUBEN.
I was kind of like, I was disgusted.
My thing is, do we think that these rappers are being molested or gay? Do you think that? Because Lil Wayne said Birdman touched him at 8 years
Oh my
old,
god! I don't
9
think a
years
grown
old.
ass. Ain't no grown ass man getting molested. Molested is for kids.
Hey,
If
let's.
you let me say if you're having sexual favors with a man and you're an adult and you weren't drugged and you just did it, brother, I'm sorry. There's not enough money in the world. Like
Nah,
there's
I
not
think
enough
that
money in the
happened
world,
too,
bro.
though.
It's
Like,
just not enough.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it's molestation.
Oh, bro. I would a billion. I
Reason
might.
I say it's molestation just because it's a culture that's perverted, and these dudes are very young. These dudes are very hungry, and it's the right. It's the exact type of people they're looking for. People that don't have no sense. They ain't have no guidance. They don't know what a contract is. A lot of different things, and to a point where obviously you're a grown ass person. You're supposed to have a guy with you and all these different things to tell you no. But once again, as a community, we don't. A lot of people don't have that, or as consistent as it should be. So when they get into these cultures and these perverted things, is ways to make these people feel like this is okay. It's ways to make these people feel like, all right, you should keep doing this. And even after the molestation, like sometimes they'll get drugged and shit like this. And now it just happened once to them, it's more likely for them maybe to, like, hey, just do it in the sense of maybe even get back on somebody else. Like, let's say this happened to Diddy once when he was the one that's molested. Now he like, you know what? Let me get these people back. Once again, I've seen this type of energy and frets. The motherfucker,
Yeah.
you get your ass beat on, and you would think, hey, when you get to the spot of being the leaders of these groups, that you won't beat the young people because it's like, why would you put people through what you've been through and you didn't like? But you like, nah. Instead of them thinking like that, they're like, I got to get my get back, and I got to put the same amount of pain or even more on the people that's coming up like they did me. So it's like, if that's kind of happening and that's the culture and shit like that, it is a form of molestation because people are influential. You do have a lot of power that you put in front of these people, and at the end of the day, they do have some accountability. But I can see how people getting led down the wrong path, bro. And you put millions in front of them, they may do that. And at the end of the day, that's molestation to me because it's like, let's take it out of adults.
Well, I mean, at that point, it's thing like flying low, so you gay for pay. It's
I,
kind of like
I I get it,
you're
but
hustling.
it's the same thing that happens to a kid.
Mm.
You try to give a kid a treat, so you get them closer to them. That's what these people do. They like, you want to get candy or whatever, and they get them closer to you. The candy is the millions, and it's the same. It's not the fact that they're a young kid and they're impressionable. It's the human like weakness in us to we're vulnerable to if there's something that we hold a value, we get emotional, like our hearts start to beat fast. We it's right there, like we don't start to see
Long
it, think
story
it's
short is
clearly.
you're saying that Michael Rubin is little baby and Meek Me right here, right? That's what it sounds like. He's that
That's, I
similar
mean,
to you.
that's a crazy
So
way to
he can
twist what I just said.
I don't know. I don't know what he
But
can
it's
do for
funny
them
as fuck.
for their career, but it sounds like that's their sugar daddy. For the thing, let me show you how this is what probably a chick looked like after she got flew out by a rapper and they on they first time on a private jet. Let's
When
take
I'm
a listen.
drunk, you're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Meek Mill's trying
Don't be
to
making fun
show
of me. When I'm
Lil
drunk, you're gonna
Baby
get
is too
another drunken
happy.
hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says.
He's too happy. I'm not saying Lil Baby's gay. Like he's one of my, what the fuck is going on here? Why does it look like this? Favorite young rappers. But that's a little too giddy, like a
But
little too
I ain't even.
midnight hugs. Like
This is
relax,
more me trying to indict the
relax.
culture more than the individual, and both deserve some type of indictment. To don't get it twisted, but I do think the culture is more of the problem than anything. Because once again, you throwing these motherfuckers be drugged out, perked out, getting certain offers and things pushed on them where it's like I said, when everybody doing it around you, because that's been a culture for a long time, it make you feel like, damn, if I want to keep this fame, I might do it. And
I think to me, I think it's a little bit simpler just because I feel like we've seen it firsthand
okay,
in real
explain.
life. I feel like this is my theory. I feel now it's like take all the gay shit, whatever. I'm just talking about like the dynamic between rich white people and these. And this is an anecdotal thing. It's the only thing I've ever seen. When we used to hang out at Blake's house with Menard, right? He was very like, what's the word, like when you drop your walls,
Yeah,
whatever, like that type of shit. Like you kind
yeah.
of like drop your guard.
Niggas we were
He was
playing
like
hide and go
fun
seek,
loving and he like,
shit like
yeah,
that.
like he's playing high and goes like it's just like, and then but when you get around your people, you get more like. Now I don't know if this is because they come from an environment where they feel like they always got to watch their back, and now they're the rich people, so they always got to kind of be kind of, I don't know what the word is, like not tense, but like around their people. Like I'm the richest person, so when I feel like when they get around these rich white people who they know don't really need shit from them, they get like more like their youthful, giddy, like the baby shit's weird. But I feel like that's the dynamic they get when they're around these rich white people because they feel like there's no threat, they're not looking over their shoulder. They're just like relaxed. And it's like their ultimate relax is just like weird and giddy and like childlike. Because if you see little baby like at a concert with like the Migos or whatever type shit, he's not gonna be acting like this. He's more like, the little baby you might think you would see. But when you get around, the people he may feel more comfortable around, which would be rich white people, he acts like this, like a child. Like you said, kind of like a child, but like, like that. That's how I look at it. But that's all anecdotal. I've only seen that happen like one time.
Nah, it happens more than that for sure. I mean, you see people code switch all the time. Is essentially what we're saying, and I don't think it's necessary because
Yeah.
code switching is more to do with like talking and language and not so much your interactions, but it's very similar. And I think it was organic. That's why code switching sometimes is not organic, but I really feel like that was organic, where it's just like, bro, you're around certain people and the environment don't need none of that. Ain't no like it just ain't none of that energy, bro. Where
You don't need the self defense. You'll need to be on the, on alert. So you
yeah.
kind of just like,
And and even when I hang around them, 'cause I used to eat lunch with them all the time. I didn't feel like they was even on that type of shit. So it was even weird for that reason in itself. Like I don't know if it like I'm definitely not gonna call them acting or anything like that. But excuse me. That, I mean, DA and shit like these niggas funny. Them niggas was cool like that. Like
yeah,
these niggas wasn't
that's the
like
thing. It was
the
just regular. It
yeah.
was
Like
just
maybe
regular.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Well, like we wouldn't like Compton in the '80s where it might be like, but even then, though, to be fair, because I don't maybe because I'm not a part of none of that. So when I'm around these people, I don't feel like they give me that type of energy either. Because I used to hang out with dudes when I was in my neighborhood that was like in gangs and shit, but it was like just chilling. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no like I felt like I had
Yeah.
to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just at the end of the day, these people just regular fucking people that laugh, joke, talk shit, da, da, da. But like I don't know, I feel like some people when they get around that they kind of feel like they got to be a different,
Yeah, I guess it is. It's certain shit that happened
But
to them when they was younger and shit like that, where they feel certain reactions when they are around certain people that how they have to be. I can understand that for sure.
or they might have been slighted by somebody and they feel like they're like
No, I get it, but yeah, I don't know, man. I said I feel like it's some form of molestation because I do feel like a lot of these dudes they get in the league. I mean, in the game, they 18, 19 years old, very very young and impressionable, and they get into these parties and things like that. They get fucked over. I really do feel that way. But yeah, I think we beat that as much as you could.
also this thing. Also, I was thinking about this too because I saw a video today of Lil Baby, not his Lil Baby, but a video of his baby mama. Right,
Mm-hmm.
she was twerking, and her son ran down the stairs, and he like,
And
what are
she
you
started
doing?
giggling and shit. That shit was nasty.
And it was like when I see her, she looks older. So I'm like, I looked up like how old, you know what I'm saying? So he was 17, it says, when she was 24. Now, obviously, as guys, we don't give a fuck about that. Like, a lot of these young guys do be getting preyed on. But when you look at some of their baby mamas, they do be looking like they older. Like, they don't be like they be having young baby. They be having like the baby mamas who are like, they've been around the industry a little bit, and then like they see the new, kind of like what people consider Brittany Renner, Adrea. Like, you've been around all the niggas already. So now you see the new crop of niggas coming in. You're like, I'm famous, I'm known, whatever. I might be their
Bro, go back to the culture.
dream girl or whatever the fuck you would say, and then they trap them. It's like now you got a baby by a chick who's like 6 years older than you. So it's like,
Yeah, it's the culture. Because let's be real. Let's say when baby 17, 18, he might be hot. He might be whatever he was at the time. But let's say he started moving around. Let's pass 17, 18. It's like down in high school. Let's say he get out of high school. He started making moves. Like he traveling to different cities and shit like that. these 17, 18-year-olds, they got parents, they got school, and that they more focused on. And
Yeah.
a lot of times they'd rather just let the dude go live their life because they can't even afford to chase him or live that type of life to chase him. Versus like a woman that's 24, they might not have went to college, they might have been out of college. They're gonna go to them clubs, they're gonna go to these places where
Well, they're
they're
just
gonna
like
be
that.
able to see these
They're the
dudes.
bottle girls.
Yeah,
They're
they
the
same as that as
they're
well.
there.
They the
Like
strippers,
we're here already.
they
We're
the
already here.
strippers, they the sex
We gotta
workers
do
and all
nothing.
that shit. So and they gonna have age on them because them the ones that's moving freely. Them the, like I mean, I learned this when I was like 19, 20, but I found out strippers they transfer cities. All-Star game, all the New York strippers,
Yeah.
California strippers, they
Yeah.
all coming to Houston. Like, cause the bag gonna be in Houston, and they gonna pay whatever it costs to get in the Dreams or whatever the hell the hot strip club is. Same when they go to Florida, go to Atlanta. If it's a major event, all the strippers flying out. All the sex workers flying out. Like, that's reality, bro. That is a culture that we have. And I don't know if that's we got to talk about the sex worker industry, but I don't know what we got to talk about. But when it comes to that type of shit, but it's in the culture, and it's going when it comes to the NBA players, these football players, the same thing gonna happen to them. These women, they traveling to the game, they getting. You know what's crazy? They get niggas that pay for them, and there's nothing crazy because niggas is contributing to it. I'm not trying to indict women on this, but the women, they get niggas to fly them out or send them on vacation. They take nice pictures. They get thousands of views and shit like that. Even then, more than that. So when the dude look at their Instagram, it's like, oh shit, I might talk to them because she looked like she got something going on. Even in that, they'll get a sugar daddy or something to pay for them to get on the court seats and shit like that. The sugar daddy won't even be there, and she's trying to get an NBA nigga. Like, she'll use that nigga to upgrade to. Like, but that's a part of the culture. The women that can afford to be in them stands and them type of what's the name? A lot of times they got tricks that'll pay for them and shit
Oh
like
yeah.
that. So
Okay. So I see what you're saying. It'll be like It'll be like this. It'll be like the local rich dude who you don't know, but he's rich. He'll have like because like most local bottle girls aren't encountering celebrities every day, but they'll encounter the rich, local guy. So what they'll do is what you're saying is they'll get them like, hey baby, oh my god, I want to go to
they
the
get them, they buy them purses, they
mall.
buy them hair, they make them
And
look,
then
they upgrade them.
not even looks, but they'll be like they'll know. Let's say what's the name? The dude for the Wizards, Jordan Poole's coming to Houston. I can get that name, right? Oh babe, I really want to go courtside the Rock because they want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see what you're saying. It's like you know,
But
it's,
that's a part of the culture, man.
it's part of the game. It's what happens. And then niggas get trapped, and then they be Anthony Simons, right? Why do Anthony Simons and not Ben Simmons, he played for the Pelicans. What's his name? He was fucking trash today.
Nice
Brandon Ingram got the
Zion, I
same
about to
damn
say.
baby mama. Why two niggas in the NBA got the same baby mama?
That's
You know, you
crazy.
that's his baby mama because Brandon Ingram had her first, and then they had a baby. And I don't know if they was ever dating, if it was just like a whatever. And then Anthony Simons, oh shit, Anthony Simons, you just signed a 4-year, $100 million deal. You prime meat for the women now. 4 years, $100 million, and is he like a top 30, top 40 NBA nigga? And he got a fucking is he? What do you say? He's top. I don't know what he is.
Anthony Simons, I mean, he like a young prospect for
He's
as
on the
far as
way.
being an
He's possible.
all-star.
He got
Yeah.
potential. He got potential. Okay, 4 year, whatever. So
What's crazy?
yeah, now she got two. Two of her baby daddies are NBA. She's set. She's good.
And I think I want to get into the dudes being stupid. Like, that's the initial reaction because it's like, how dumb are you? But then I have to take my mind to how talented is this lady. Like, because we talk about being the culture. Like, she must have the game of the lifetime. Like, she's the Anthony Simons of gold digging. She's the Anthony Simons of being able to trap a nigga. Like, she's a superstar in that aspect because it's like she got to put herself in the right spaces. Obviously, she know where to be, and then once she get the nigga hooked, she know how to to get a nigga all the way in. Like,
she's
that's the
20. She's
crazy shit.
29. She's 29. Anthony Simons is 24, but she probably got pregnant. He was 23, so she was 28, 20 whatever. And Ingram is 26. I didn't know Ingram was only 26, so she's older than both of them. and she was able to get both of them to, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy, but it's like I said, a lot of these dudes that it go to show like these dudes are weak, and even if they have some level of strength, it's the law averages. Like at some point, one of these women gonna get to you, and this was an all-star apparently, maybe even a superstar of her game. She got to you just off the law of odds, and you and told a bunch of other these type of women no, but she just like them, but she better. She
Yeah.
know her shit. Like to even the point, like you got the red flags, from Red Pill. She got a kid by a dude that's in the league, and that relationship ain't working. Like let's be real. If she
It ain't even
really,
like it's a under like ground nigga in the league. Like
yeah,
Brandon Ingram is like,
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
yeah,
He's like a on the cusp all star. Like he got the
big name. He's a big
potential. You
name in
know,
the
he
NBA.
got the potential. He could be whatever, but he never really got to whatever. He's great, right?
Yeah,
It's like it ain't like it's Anthony Simon's team, but like it ain't like you found out. Oh shit, do I got hurt? Like it ain't like that. Like who the fuck is he really? But
yeah,
it's Brandon Ingram. You know what the fuck that is. Come on now. Unless she
yeah.
just finessed you and you just never knew who she was, and then now you find out like me and Bi got the same baby. Yeah.
Now that's crazy. That's crazy to be honest, but that might happen on a one night stand or some shit like that. Because you never know
Yeah.
how these things happen. Do it happen from relationships, or did he just meet her in a club?
One night
Like,
stand. I
yeah,
mean, look if you just with the Jalen is it Jalen Williams? Like we talked about one time, the guy from the Thunder when he was talking about how the women they just be there, like they hop your DM, say fly me out, and think about it, if you're making $100 million and some fine ass chick, like you look at her Instagram, like god damn, okay, bitch, I can put you on a little United flight for $500. Fuck it, like ain't nothing to me, and then they do it, and it's like you know, and he said they be waiting outside the hotel rooms, they be in the hallways. Some
they
niggas
know
be
what
like,
hotels. They know what hotels the NBA players and the college players coming into town go to. They know. They know.
if an NBA team is playing against the Rockets, 9 times out of 10, they're going to a Tillman Fertitta hotel who owns the Rockets, and it's probably going to be the Post Oak Hotel. They know where the Post Oak Hotel got the Rolls Royces outside. They know where he is, right next to Mastro, Steak Fort, all that shit. They're going to be
Yeah, and
there.
I think
And
that one of the
actually, no,
college
I lied.
teams.
They're probably not there. They're probably at the Hilton because it's right by Toyota Center. But
It
still,
might be, but I seen the college players during the NCAA. They had the logo of Michigan on the what's the name. So I'm thinking that's where the players were staying, honestly, and that's the same hotel you talking about on right by Westheimer, right?
yeah, by Westheimer Galleria type shit. Yeah,
Yeah. So I thought the players were staying there a couple of weeks ago.
yeah.
So
But
I don't
you know,
think you're wrong
they
with
be
that one.
lurking, they be out there, and it's just like, because I gotta get to like, oh well, men, they younger women, I'm like, yeah, they do that, but that's more like of a, I don't want to say a natural dynamic, but that's just how shit be. Because you don't usually see women go after young guys unless it's for like a
Money
this
thing.
type of this type of game. Usually women go after older guys because they're more established, they're more whatever. But in this reverse of like these young athletes, it's like, well, I can get a young guy who looks good that also has money. I got to deal like an old, shrivelly, wrinkled motherfucker. Like, well, okay, let me go get on some of that action.
And
She's successful. She got two. She got two NBA guys.
and the thing about being pretty, like you can buy it. Like say you're a pretty girl already, but if you get money, you could really you
Oh
can
yeah.
really take it to a different level.
Like Need for
And
Speed. Like you just get the hydraulics, get the get the nitrous oxide, get out of it. You upgrade. You just do whatever you want to do. You get the ass, you get the titties, you get the stomach lifted, then you get the big ass
and
tattoo over it. The ladies, the
I
big
ain't
ass
even saying all
tattoo,
that.
we know what the tattoo's for. We know what the
I
big
ain't
ass
even
tattoo.
saying all that. It's just the clothes. You can
Oh
wear the
yeah.
right clothes, the hair, the makeup. Even that, you ain't even got to go to that level. You could just and then once you get to that level of beauty, you start to get the followers and the attraction, which only help you get more into these spaces and rooms where these dudes be at. It's just it's funny once how the gang kind of work.
And to be fair, we kind of were saying like they would DM the guys. Little baby just got exposed by his OnlyFans chick today for sending her messages, sending her like eye emojis and shit like that. It's
And
like
she's an OnlyFans girl. That's
he's been
insane.
exposed by like 5 OnlyFans girls in the past like 3 years already. Like, so he be trying to go
Man.
after he be trying to go after him.
Now
Look what happened to Zion. Zion was like fully in a relationship with like a famous porn star, not just like some random OnlyFans. It's like she's known. Like Mariah Mills was known. Like, and he was like loving her, and
Yeah, it just made me think that's what the so you basically got nothing but yes men around you when shit like that happen. Cause it's like if that happened in my world, if I get money and shit, I know for a fact I'm not dealing with them. I couldn't even see myself in no type of like dealing with them type of women. I've never paid, never will. Like it's an insane way to live. But with these type of dudes, when they get that type of money, it's like nobody around you ever say shit like joke about shit about you paying or nothing. Like so, it seemed like the people around them cool with it, and then it's probably even older niggas that be on the same type of shit where it's like they don't have no guidance in knowing like that shit's weird from a Zion to a little baby like that's not normal, bro. You're attracted to a sex worker, bro. Like respectfully, that's all time highs on being weird. Like it's not normal behavior. Like I don't know how many different ways I can say it, but it's really odd, bro,
I mean,
for
I say it all
someone
the
of
time.
that many
I see it's
options.
like that's my thing. I mean, like there's like beautiful women just like walking down the road that are just like not known. That like I
Regular
said,
day,
but maybe it's like they don't want to work hard.
you don't have to
That's
work
why
hard for a woman
that's
like that.
you don't know. No, I'm not talking about like
Respectfully,
no.
when
Like
you're a
I'm saying,
little
like
baby or or,
no.
or
Oh, you talking about to get like a
Zion,
regular chick? You talking about to get a regular chick, like just walking
yeah, you
around
don't gotta
gallery or
like.
whatever?
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not obviously they're not a sex worker, but even at the end of the day, you have all the means to change their life. Most beautiful women that's going to school and shit like that, they'll take that opportunity. Maybe not all gonna say yes because they got their own dreams and shit, but
I will say that
you
that
get an
is true because
opportunity with them.
you do see a lot of these chicks on Instagram talking about these niggas they fuck with, and these are just like I said, the local rich guy who nobody knows who they are.
Yeah,
But
Jalen Green coming your DMs or
who
one of these athletes or
Alpern
something.
Sengun, like come
CJ
on,
Stroud. CJ Stroud hit you up, bro. What? Come on now. Most women gonna
they
go
tried to
for
catch,
that
they
because
tried to
especially
catch,
if
they
they
tried to catch
single.
CJ Stroud up with, they tried to catch CJ Stroud up with Amber Rose. He said, "I was just taking it to a hotel. She missed the bus." He said, "Don't try to put me with Amber Rose. I just took her to a hotel because she missed the bus. Don't try to put me on." But speaking of the girl, back to the Brandon Ingram. So Brandon Ingram, $36 million contract. Anthony Simons, 25 million. That's what is that? Fit was that 50? No, that's more. That's $61 million worth of contracts right there per year.
She better
61
than Brittany Renner.
M's. Mm-hmm.
She
I
called it
see
than
because
Brittany
you ever
Renner.
watched him, but you gotta kind of be low key with it too. You can't be all the way out there. Like you can get caught up with the bullshit, but you don't be all the way out there with it. Because the only reason I heard about her is because they made it a story about her having two basketball baby daddies. Like, besides, I never would have seen her IG, even though she has 1.6 million followers. But I would never seen her if it wasn't for that story that came out. But anyways, let's get to one of our our hottest topics that we always talk about, and it is the Tory Lanez and the interview. Did you watch the interview?
No, I honestly didn't. I was
You
planning
watch it
on it,
either.
but
Okay, well
yeah.
you didn't miss anything. I'll say that. So I'll say this. I'll
Yeah, I was waiting for
say
clips and shit
if
to
you were
pop off.
me, that's ain't it was nothing but a fest of like you're so strong, Meg bad.
Oh, really?
Let's move on to this topic. I don't want to get too into detail. Is that the night you found out the betrayal? My nigga, you literally have like a Cat Williams 2.0 type of interview on your hands. And y'all waste time. And I get it, you want to kind of ease into it, but y'all talking about how she got in the music industry, how she discovered Meg, or how they went to college together, who her dad was to Houston, like all
We're
like
interviewing her like we
it's
actually
like
care. We only care about
she's
one
here for
thing.
one fucking reason. The Dancer Project. She's here for one reason. One reason. We don't know any artists she's done. We don't know who she's booked for. We don't care. This girl, blessing to her, is relevant for one reason because she is a person who was there the night that this whole situation took place. And y'all wasting an hour 47 minutes not really getting the shit. Y'all didn't press her on that. And I said, and I think when people say, like when they hear you say something like that, what y'all want her to do? Them to attack her? No. Because y'all could ask the question. Now, and like I said, I don't even think she would answer the question they would ask, but at least ask. Like, Do you know whose gun it was? She could easily be like, "Oh, I plead the fifth" or whatever. She could say she could say that, but at least you attempted to get some type of answer that people actually wanted to know about. And then they got the audacity to afterwards be on some free Tory shit. I'm like, y'all got the person who people claim that, you know, is the reason he's in jail sitting in front of y'all, and y'all treating her with so much sympathy and empathy, but then y'all like free Tory. It's like, isn't she the person who could it was all like, to me it was like pandering shit. It was like, we'll get the Kelsey interview because people are watching because it's Kelsey, but then we're also like free Tory gang. But it's like
That's strange
people
too.
people claim this is the girl that actually shot her, but y'all are all nice, gloves off. You were a victim. Yes, celebrity friends, they're not seen. Nobody wants to hear what celebrity friends have to say. It's like, all right, bro. Okay. I get it. I got it. And it's like, we don't even do interviews like this. Like, he had the Island Boys up there. He had no problem asking the Island Boys about the gay shit they was doing. He ain't had no problem asking them that. You got Kelsey here, prime, like, were you and Meg fighting? Like, and I get it. She's most likely 9 times out of 10 not going to answer that question because she already got on the stand and played the fifth, whatever. But at least you're attempting to, you know, for your fan base to be like, I'm gonna actually try to fucking get some answers out of this girl. Because at the end of the day, if you're not getting no answers about that night, there's no reason to interview her. Like, interviewing Charleston White and Brittany Renner, I get that's content, whatever. But like, this girl and us hearing for her at this point, like, she can go on to be great, do great things, go on to be the next Oprah, whatever. But at this moment in her career, is one thing.
I think it's clickbaiting.
One thing. That night at the Tory Lanez thing. That's it.
They knew what they were doing.
And they didn't do it. And then it fly, like you said, there's like, this interview should have been everywhere. Let me see. Like, when I was watching it, it was only like two. Shit, when Academics was waiting for the verdict, he had like 150,000 people watching his live stream. And it was just like, obviously, I was during the trial. People want to see if he's guilty, not guilty. I get it. But like, I ain't saying the video should have had 150,000 people watching it live, but at least like 10,000, I don't know, like a high number. But it was a fluff piece. Obviously, that's why she went there. They probably told her, they didn't really go hard. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. And, you know, we just want to have you on. We just want to be able to say we're the first. And even the clips they even made were kind of like trying to make it seem like there was going to be some type of shocking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They knew what they were doing because with the clips in the beginning, they made it seem like it might be some type of, you know, dig into the interview, like it was gonna be a real interview. But as soon as it come out, nothing.
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, it got 100,000 views.
Yeah, that shit crazy because as much as that's obviously not a lot, but as much Tory people I follow and shit like that, I ain't really see shit about the interview.
I see at a point when he was talking about the interview, he was like, he was saying pretty much, to summarize what he said, he kind of feels like he doesn't believe this, but he can see why people would think that she got paid off, right? Because she be so mad about like people claiming it's her, but like right now and even before, Tori's team was kind of like saying, hey, it was her, but she has no like feelings or no anger towards them. And he was kind of saying like that makes it look a little bit weird. Like, you might have been paid off. I'm summarizing like a
I
motherfucker. That's
mean,
what he said, because like I said, if her main thing is always like my name, but it's like, well, shit, his team is kind of like alluding that you are the person that shot, but you never really say nothing about that aspect of it. It's always kind of just like Meg's a bad friend, she's a whatever this. And then she even said that she claims in the interview that they didn't fall out because the Tory thing wasn't enough for them to fall out. That's what she said. She doesn't know why they don't communicate anymore, is what she said in the interview. And the last time she talked to Meg or saw Meg was that night.
yeah, it's interesting. What I find weird about it, I just feel like when it comes to the payoff situation, I just think her real feelings is showing. Like, Tory didn't do anything from what I'm feeling, and for some reason, her and Meg got into it. I don't think she necessarily shot Meg. Maybe Meg lied on Tory or something like that. I don't know how it went, but for some reason she really don't like Meg in the situation, and I think that's really just her feelings showing. I don't really think they got nothing to do with money. Like if Tori
This is what he
blaming
said.
her or something like that, it might be legitimate that she feel like he got the right to blame her. But at the end of the day, she still may feel like it's Meg's fault for even bringing the shit up or something to that degree. That's what I'm feel.
Thing about this whole thing with Kelsey, bro, Kelsey, it ain't like we making this shit up. Tori's team is kind of throwing that. Now, he didn't say that, but his team is kind of saying, yo, y'all got the wrong person locked up. The real person who did it, she over there. Like, they pointing the elbow type shit. She seemed to have no problem with that. That's the weirdest part about it. This is why everybody thinks you got paid off. Because the only reason why you wouldn't have a problem with one group of people pointing the finger at you is if maybe you and them had an agreement. Like, it's just weird to me. The weirdest thing about this whole...
Okay. Yeah, that's what he said pretty much.
But in that situation, so is he implying that Tori did it and he paid her off so he can get off?
His narrative is that yeah, essentially, and obviously that just didn't work. But yeah, it's like she has no it doesn't feel like she has animosity towards him. So his narrative would be, or people would be like, because a lot of people do believe that since he's in jail, he shot her. Right now, I don't know how many people believe it, but whatever. The people that do believe it, that he shot her. The only reason she's not mad at them for pointing the finger at her in a way through legal proceedings is because they have an agreement anyway. She got paid off, so she's not like, she already knows, like, oh, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I know I didn't do it. I know y'all doing it because y'all trying to get off. Yeah, whatever. You know, that's pretty much what I guess he's essentially alluding to.
Now, in my mind, even if you did get paid off,
Even the thing though, even
if you did get paid off,
like you say,
if you really had the chance to go to jail, I don't really think that would stop you from like having a certain type of feelings. Like I don't know, especially in the interview.
well, I think they're saying paid off. Like she knows she didn't shoot her. Like she knows Tori shot, but we're gonna pay you not to go crazy on me on the stand. So, and even though they're pointing the finger at her, she knows there's not gonna be nothing. She already knows there's nothing that's gonna come out that's gonna point the finger at her because let's say she knows Tori shot her. So she's like, whatever, y'all niggas, y'all do what y'all gotta do to get out of jail. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and let it rock. That's essentially what he's how it sounds like he's alluding to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a reach,
but even what was it? When I was watching the interview, she was like, she said in the interview, she said, and I'm just nitpicking shit. She said the Tory Lanez thing was the first time she found out about Meg like going behind her back and betraying her. But I could have swore, I don't know if it was on the stand, if it was a clip, somebody said, I don't know. I could have swore she said she already knew Meg does stuff like that to her.
Yeah,
Like
it was said in
that
they said she said it in the car that this ain't the first time this happened.
Yeah, and then she said in the interview that was the first time that she's ever heard about it. But I don't know. Like I said, that was the car. Who said it was the car? Was it him? I don't know. But
yeah, the lawyers brought it up too, or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
It was somewhere, like I said, it was somewhere like officially I read it. Like Kelsey said she knew Meg done this to her before, but in the interview she was like, this is the first time she ever been betrayed by Meg. So, like I said, these two women, to me, they muddied up the whole thing more than anything Tori could ever done, said, tweeted, because they're just like, they're both lying. And they're downplaying their role in it. Like I said, even if they're downplaying the fact that when you're in court and you got a jury, you don't want to make it look like before this person got shot, you and this person were actually in a physical altercation because you have more motive to shoot. Y'all still muddied up to where the public perception is like, it's a little bit. I
ain't gonna lie, bro. Any other time, this shit would have been nipped in the bud, because it's like, it's no way that something in reality happened and two people was there and they shit not even sounding right. Like, if this should have been nipped in the bud, if I'm from how I see it, if Tory Lanez really shot it, the story should have collaborated with, even with Sean Kelly. Like, nothing really should have been that off at the end of the day, because it's the truth being told. Why you can't remember your line on this point? The people say you said something in the interview back then, but now you can't remember. Like, what? This shit been going on for 3 years, and y'all testimonies ain't corroborating. And then even with the EJ shit, like certain shit with that, they were saying that they said one thing, EJ said another. the Meg said they didn't go back to the house. They don't remember having to go back to get Tory and shit. Like in my mind, when people lying that goddamn much, you know something up. But in this situation, people ain't want to have that feeling towards the situation. At the end of the day, it's no way in hell it should have been that many inconsistencies with something that was the truth. Just shouldn't have.
Yeah. I think this is also is a lesson for anybody else who has like trials and shit like that. More if you're famous, because obviously it's just like gonna be dissected like a motherfucker. Just shut the fuck up. Like, I think Meg would have been in a better position if one, she never did the Gayle King shit where she lied about
Just
it.
lying.
People talk about that. She should never did that. Should never did that interview. She should have never went live like right after and
Just lying.
She should just never did any of that. And it probably like she might have been called out on the stand, like people brought up them fighting or whatever. Like that would have been called, but like not all the outside courtroom things would have then been brought into question.
That's the frustrating shit about it, bro. Like people can say, "Oh, she's just emotional because she's a victim and she see people going against her and shit like that." And she see blogs posting. Even that was a big conspiracy in it. She seen Tory posting and shit like that, so that's why she went on these rants. In reality, the reason she couldn't hold her fucking tongue is because she was fucking lying. Like that's really what I feel. The reason why she couldn't, like, she couldn't hold herself to keep defending herself in these moments where she know she's been advised not to. Like, let's be real. She was going against people advisory. Like, she was holding herself. Why? Because it's a guilty conscience. Like, in my mind, that's how I see things. Because a lot of we see it all the time when a guilty person do things, they start doubling down. They start doing things where it's like Meek Mill. We saying the same shit about Meek Mill, nigga. What's the point of all these tweets if this shit ain't true, nigga? Like, leave this shit alone. Like, just it's not that serious.
That nigga said, I love juicy pussies. I was like, bro, you know they had to tweet that. Like Andrew Schultz made a joke about it, but I said this the day he tweeted. It's like you ain't gotta do all that to prove you like pussy. Like
I told my girl that sound like a virgin when he get called out for like, nigga, you ain't never had sex. What sex feel like? And he starts saying like titties feel like sandbags or some shit.
Yeah, just like juicy, like a lollipop, like
crazy
shit, like,
random shit. Like, nigga, what? Like, so that's what I felt. Yeah. And then when she go on, you see she not telling, like, she contradicting herself, she lying, a lot of things, bro. So it just go to show to me that she had a guilty conscience.
And then too, it's like with the Kelsey, it's like people were pointing out, it's like honestly talks about wanting to clear their name. Every time they have the chance, they never clear their name. Like you have every opportunity. Like you keep saying, like, "Oh,
another guilty conscience, man."
Every time you got the chance to clear your name, you never clear your name. You had a chance in the courtroom because, like, let's be honest. If she would have went to the courtroom, like some people probably still would believe that Tory didn't do it, right? But if she just went to the courtroom and pretty much gave the testimony she gave that they were able to play, it would have looked a little bit better in that perspective, right? But the fact that she was up there pleading the fifth, doing this, doing that, getting immunity, that muddied it up even more. And I was like, okay, why you need all this? Like, what's the like
guilty conscience?
I don't know how it works. See, my thing was like maybe she got immunity because her and Meg did get in the fight and she's scared like getting an assault charge or something. I don't fucking know. But once she got immunity, she didn't even bring that up. So like that was irrelevant because like they didn't even go that route. So
yeah, and I blame it on the lawyers.
Project,
but
that was a fail. Y'all should have. Like I said, I ain't saying y'all got to go crazy because let's be honest, she probably wouldn't have said nothing anyways. But you at least had the attempt. Like Suja Charlamagne, the guy, I feel like if Charlamagne had her up there, he would at least attempted to say something. Like, I mean, look at this as an example, but the logic, asking logic about like I'm just like he would have said something.
Maybe Joe Budden, no, but Charlamagne. But I get what you're saying.
When it comes to interviews, that nigga asked like. It says here that y'all got to what's up with that? Like he'll just leave it there. Like, but asking like a like a nice interview way, and then they have the option to not answer or get into it. And she probably wouldn't answer, but at least you tried to get the information out of it. But
yeah, I feel like it's guilty conscience all over. Because even with the song that she made, like she was saying that people thought that, or people were saying that she shot or whatever, and she was saying that it was coming from Meg energy and Meg's side of the thing or whatever, where she wasn't defending her, right? But I feel like that's just like when you're in the YouTube comments and you see like one comment that like kind of fuck with your insecurities and it fuck with you. Other people saying like, hey, this person, you're great. I love your videos. But there's one person like you see it and it sticks out because you got certain insecurities and vulnerabilities in that aspects. And I think for in this case, she see people, maybe like one or two people, for instance, saying something, and I'm gonna make a song, do and all this different shit because it's a guilty conscience. I say the same thing about Meg. Most people at the time when it first came out believe Meg. It might have been 2 or 3 outliers, Tory fans and shit like that at the time, but lots in the beginning, Tory, it was really quiet because we had no idea. Tory didn't say nothing until like a month or so after, or something like that, if I remember the timeline correctly. But she see a couple people responding, and I think it speaks to a guilty conscience where she just has to defend herself, even though most people were supporting her. And then she starts to talk, and it's like, all right, now you're hurting yourself because people listening to what you're saying. And now it's more people saying it, and she see the shit. Oh, it's people out there that's against me, but still, even at the time, most people believe you, and she keeps saying shit. So I think that's where these guilty consciences be coming from.
I think the Kelsey shit is full of bullshit too.
Or showing.
I think Kelsey isn't mad about Meg defending her. Kelsey's more mad about her being cut off from the fame lifestyle, from being around the famous friend.
I guess, but she's married to somebody rich.
Bryce, if she's married to a nigga who's 1501 is floundering label, it's not the same as being Meg. Like it's not the same.
I thought he was a former baseball player or something like that.
No, nigga. 1501 was called Crawford. He's the head of 1501. He's the millionaire nigga. Her husband's like the A&R at 1501. Or he's like, he's not, fucking, Birdman and, these niggas like that. Because let's be honest, 1501, they had Meg, and after that, they ain't had shit else. They might as well just be like a Houston boutique label at this point. But anyways, but this is the thing too. It's like, Meg wasn't defending me. It's like, if Meg get on IG Live and say, Tory shot me, why the fuck I gotta say anything else?
It's guilty conscience, bro.
I said who shot me. Like if me and you like I said, me and you had a thing, somebody shoots me, I say, Jerome shot me.
I'd be like,
and everybody's like, nah, Bryce shot you. And you come at me like, bro, you're not defending me. Nigga, I already said who shot me. Your name, I cleared your name. If people don't believe me, I can't do nothing about it. I already said Jerome shot me. They think it's you for whatever reason. I said it was Jerome. But like I said, I think she's mad because she got cut off from Meg. Like I said, she made, not even necessarily being around that lifestyle, I think she feels like Meg should kind of be in a way indebted to her, because even in the interview, she kind of brings up like she discovered Meg and she helped Meg upload her first video. And also I feel like a little bit too in the interview, she was saying certain shit to try to hopefully poke at Meg for Meg to respond. She said shit like I said, she kind of found Meg and the niggas was gassing her up like, oh, you were her A&R. So you discovered her. You should get a finder's fee for that. Like they was kind of like gassing her up. And then she said they were at a music video shoot in LA for the Big Old Freak shit. And her mom, who obviously we know her mom's dead, her mom came up to her and she said, Kelsey, if it wasn't for you, none of this would be happening right now. So it just made me feel like, okay, now you're talking about her mama telling you this last die, because then that was the last thing her mama ever told me before she passed away. It feel like you just want a reaction from Meg. You feel like the movies you see where like someone is obsessed with somebody, but they like to act like they're not obsessed with somebody. She wants Meg's attention, but Meg's not giving her the attention she wants. So she kind of like lashed out. Even her saying like, I never spoke because I was so angry. You made a diss track. What do you mean? You went in the booth, you recorded an entire record. But now you're like, oh, I didn't respond because I don't like the controversy. Meg knows I won't get into a confrontation for her. That's why she plays these games. You made a whole diss track. What are you talking about? So it's just like, all right, we got it.
Yeah, that was Tory fault. Fucking with two crazy bitches. Clearly, these bitches is out the loop.
But yeah, but also like he didn't make it no better. Like it don't make it no better that the bodyguard ain't on the thing testifying. It don't make it better. Like he adds to the confusion as well. He didn't make it like crystal clear. It's like, nigga, why you ain't? Hey, if she did it, like, come on, brother. Like, fuck all that street code, whatever people trying to imply that you're doing. Like, all right, bro, let's get it. Let's get to talking. But anyways, what else do we got here? What else do we got? Meek Mill.
You listen to the Schoolboy Q project?
About this whole thing. Let's talk about I listened to a little bit of it. I ain't listened to the whole thing. You listened to it
Yeah,
already? You
yeah,
listened to the whole
but
thing? Is he back? Is it better than Kendrick's album? What do you think?
I had to listen to it again to see if it's better than the Kendrick album. I want to just throw that out there. But initially, there was a lot of different sounds on there, and I think he did good. But honestly, I don't know. I ain't really catch the vibe the first time listening to it. I didn't think it was a bad project though.
Yeah, the songs that I've heard, it just feel like if this album came out in like 20, and this is off the first, I only listened to a couple songs. My first thought was like, if this came out in like 2014, 2015, like this has been like, oh, this shit was, but now it's just like, eh. But there was one song I like. I like the song with him and that was a Freddie Gibbs. That was a pretty good song. I listened to the whole thing, so I don't have like
Yeah, I listened to it like 1.5 times. I said I ain't. It felt like a little low tempo. If I'm being honest, like he didn't have a high energy on a lot of songs, kind of melodic on a couple songs, or more than the couple. And it was cool. Like I said, it wasn't a bad project. It just probably what I wouldn't look for from Schoolboy. I like that up tempo shit. I like when he be fast rapping and shit like that. But like I said, he was more in a he was like in the poetic bag, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just I ain't really catch the vibe first couple of listens, but I'm gonna go back and give it a chance because it's definitely not a bad project as far as production, rapping, shit like that. It's not a bad project. It feel like not Anderson Pockish, but in similar lanes. But shout out to Schoolboy Q for dropping. I'm definitely happy. Our artist is still dropping from our era. Like different said, the Meek Mill project. From what I listened to like 3 songs. I He was performing. He was eating. I think Flying Low said the same thing. He was in his old school bag where he used to just go crazy. So I definitely could feel that energy. So I think our era still carrying niggas. To be honest, still carrying rap. Oh, I had an interesting take too. I'll wait till D Frank get back. But yeah, our niggas been still carrying rap without them being in the background. Music or rap at least have a lot less depth. Cause just thinking 21, that shit cold. It was a good album and shit like that. But Lil Durk when they dropped, it was cool albums. But we need our 2013, 2011 rappers to keep dropping and keep the rap game alive, honestly. But different, I got this interesting take for rap and why it's been stagnant and why we don't have these up and coming proteges and shit like that just out of nowhere. We gotta blame J. Cole. We gotta blame Kendrick. We gotta blame Drake. At the end of the day, well, we always say these the reason that rap's still alive to a degree. Was when you think about it, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kanye. I guess not really so much Kanye, but yeah, I guess if you want to say Big Sean, certain people, Birdman, or even whatever, they birthed new people into the era. They found people, they put them on, and let's be real. Lil Wayne responsible for Drake, Nicki, Tiger. Like at one point was killing shit. And it's a couple more underlings that had some shit, little couple songs they was involved in, shit like that. But he was responsible for bringing in a new era. Jay Z helped bring in J. Cole. Jay Z helped bring in, I think, a couple more people. I don't know the names just off the rip, but same with Kanye. He helped Big Sean to a degree. He helped Pusha T to a degree, even though he's older than him. But he's helped niggas' careers. And I think that's what we missing from Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Because we've seen it, like they have Dreamville, the cast or whatever. He had OVO people where even with Party, like he could have got Party a little bit bigger, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's a Party thing or not, but I Love McConan was a thing at one point, which they're allowed to miss. Don't get it twisted. But when are you gonna hit? Like we see the Corday. I think was J Cole. No, not. I don't know. I don't think he co-signed him. But oh no, I'm not saying Baby King. Baby King. That's
No,
what I meant to say.
he's
We
JID.
see the Baby King co-sign from Kendrick. You allowed to miss or even get close. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you gonna have that nigga that's the real next dude up? You know what I mean? Same with TD. We thought Isaiah Rashad maybe at
So
one
do you
point.
think they need somebody like they need somebody like directly under their wing
Yeah,
or
involved with him to a degree. Like
um
even if it's like a little Meek Mill and Lil Snoop thing, where it's like he not necessarily signed, but Lil Snoop was cold, but Meek Mill picked him up, bro, and he put him in the limelight and put him around a lot of faces. He had him in the with what was it in the battle rap with T.I., Deshaun Jackson was in the room, Mike Vick was in the room, a couple other rappers in. He got him in. He got him in the spaces where he needed to be Deshaun. And like I said, Lil Snoop career was already like had a lot of potential. He was a great rapper. But yeah, Meek Mill took him to another level before he had a tragic death. So it's
What do you think about him co-signing people? Like, would you give Drake credit for like not necessarily their whole career? They got to do this shit they own, but like, what's their names? The Migos, them kind of through that vein.
I mean, he helped me get a little bigger, but I think the Migos was kind of already their own thing before Drake. I feel like they was already going, whether Drake touched them or not. But he definitely helped. He definitely helped.
Yeah,
And I mean,
I get what you're saying. But I feel like I feel like it's not even necessarily they fault because there be moments where these people be there. I think it's just like me personally. I think it's like just the change of the landscape. I think what we deem as like celebrities are different just because anybody can kind of get quote unquote famous for like I mean look at the chick who did the story about her husband. Like she did 50 parts. Like, who did I marry? Now she's getting interviewed by a major, whatever. She signed to one of the biggest talent agencies. And like it's like people look at it like it's just like famous like nothing. And I feel like I always say the youth, they care more about their favorite streamer people than rappers. Because there's been good rappers that came out after Drake's and them, just they haven't been able to sustain like a
but that's the
long
part of it
career. Like
though.
Roddy Ricch at one point was a big deal. Like the baby was like had like 10 months where he was the biggest fucking thing in the world. Lil Baby was supposed to be the next Wayne, and then he did whatever he did. And man, Young Boy is supposed to be the next Wayne, and he kind of floundered off. And um I mean, I feel like they can't even if they wanted to make a person, I feel like it'd be hard for them. Like he tried like Party Next Door, but nigga don't want to drop no music. J. Cole Dreamville, like I can't. It's hard to make you rappity rap niggas lit whenever people
That's
don't really
J.
care about
Cole
that
fault.
rappity rap shit. Like, I mean,
He got to put the package together.
I think it's. I don't think so. I think it's a
Nah,
different fan
man.
base. Like these young people don't give a fuck about that. We like our generation people. Like we like J. Cole, we like Kendrick, we like whatever. But like I don't think these new young generation. Like you look at the shit they listen to. These niggas say Yeet is the GOAT. Like
That's cause it's J. Cole fault. That's
the
cause it's
McCartney
Drake
shit.
fault.
Like
Niggas let niggas breathe too much. They supposed to have these young niggas killing it. I'm being funny. I'm being funny for sure, but
no,
it's
I know
just
you
like
are.
with
I
Lil
know.
Wayne.
Ain't
Let's
nothing
just
these niggas
say
can
like
do.
to a degree. But let's just say Lil Wayne had a package, right? That he put together where it's like, nigga, I got this play. We're getting on all the features. You niggas, I got you. Drake, you could kill hooks. Tiger, you great with certain shit. I'm gonna have you in your lane. Like, let's just say this is maybe a made up reality, but Lil Wayne put niggas in a perfect spot to shine and thrive. Where it's like, I know a lane and role for you to, and I'm gonna also be a heavily a part of it. Like, and so far gone, Lil Wayne hopped on 2 songs on the album. When the last time Drake hopped on nigga shit 2 or 3 times and he an underling? Like he'll hop on 1 song. I'm just saying. So where it get to a point where they got a young dude, but they also got a plan for them. Like this how I made it. This because that's what Lil Wayne was on. Lil Wayne was on hooks. Lil Wayne was on everybody's song, everybody remix and shit like that. So when he get underlings, this one I'm gonna put you on. So for Drake, it's like, all right, I got a plan and I got what we used to say, what's the shit? A fit. We got a kit for a nigga. Like basically, it's a kit that I'm gonna put this on you, and as long as you follow this, you gonna make it because you gonna get all the limelight you need to get, and you got the talent. Like when they gonna do that with a nigga? That's all I'm asking. Because it's happened for them where it was people in front of them previously, and they was like,
Yeah.
all right, I see potential in you. And all you gotta do is this: hop on niggas' songs.
I I feel like I really feel like it's the fan base, man. I think it's the
But
thing where because like we're not. I don't feel like me. I feel like me and you. Now that I'm 30 years old, I'm officially part of like the old nigga crew. There ain't gonna be too many young people that are gonna come out that I'm gonna like have the same feeling.
and
When I first heard, like,
that's
Drake and
the
J. Cole and Kendrick. But the kids, they've been. You gotta think like just think about like what's the medium now? Like it's shorts, it's TikTok, it's like quick, fast, this that. So like people that sound like them aren't probably gonna blow up crazy, like, like there's gonna be these weird Yeet, Cardi. They're gonna come in. Oh, this because that's the thing too. Like what a nigga like Ward always say, like, oh my god, this guy is so unique. But it's like, nigga, unique, yeah, but it's fucking trash. Like y'all value like this unique shit more than actually being like a good song. So it's like
But
niggas will listen to the Meek shit and be like, oh, this Meek shit trash. But then niggas will tell me that the Yeet shit fire, and it's like
that's
the fan base is
that's
fucked.
that's
The music industry has been able to. I said like a couple years, not a couple years, maybe like last year. The music industry has been expertly able to make sure that they can still make money and blow up artists without them actually being talented at making music like older generations are. They'll be able to get you like if you just be able to be popping and popular or whatever, you could probably do like a little shit. We can auto tune you out or whatever. You can make some shit rhyme. Maybe get like a cool little feature here or there, and then you could be like the next big thing. You don't have to be a Drake. You don't have to be a J Cole. You don't have to make classic albums. You can just have little moments, and then these young internet niggas just hype you up to the nth degree, and then 3 albums later, I'll be like, you know what? That nigga actually is kind of trash. And then they'll just move on to the next, whoever the next little new underground weird.
yeah, I think that happens.
Nigga is,
But
man.
at the end of the day, I still think music is so, or art in general is just so powerful. It can always be lower level shit going on, but if you got some top dudes being out there, it's gonna transcend many different demographics and generations. Like it might have took a little while, but Drake, Kendrick, Big Sean, J. Cole, these niggas, it's young niggas that fuck with them for sure. But when you look at our era when we were young kids, and that's what the young kids was listening to when that was us. My granny knew who Drake was. Uncle knew who Drake was. The same for Kendrick and all these because they was able, maybe not on their first or second album, maybe it was a song they may have knew, but as they career progressed, obviously they might not be the biggest fans. They knew who these people was and they actually enjoyed some of their music to a degree, like or singing at least some of their songs. So I feel like if it get to a point where we say it's no young niggas we can listen to, that's a detriment on where the rap game is at the moment because at the end of the day, old people go to clubs and party and shit like that too, and they had their little sections they go to. And they ain't going to the young niggas club and shit like that, teen clubs, but they go to bars and shit and lounges where music get played too. And if you're a young dude and it's good music, you get a chance to get these old people ears from time to time. So if it never happens, bro, that means it's something wrong with rap because it's been times where Ludacris, he was just getting in the game. Everybody, I was young listening to him, and people way older than me was listening to him. That's triple my age. So I feel like Tupac, when he was a young nigga in the game, and it was niggas before that was listening to Run DMC and shit like that. Like it was like, who was this young nigga? It was like he got talent. And it was from all ages. And I'm 20 years later listening to the nigga, or not 20 years later, when I'm 10 years old, I'm listening to him. I'm in middle school after he had died. So it showed niggas can range. But if these niggas having problems with that, that mean they ain't in touch with the art no more, bro.
It's how the music industry is. It's they're not. It's microwave shit. It's as soon as you drop the album, LLWWW. Damn, this nigga dropped the album 3 months ago. When's the next album coming out? Like when we was listening to Drake, like when we was listening to So Far Gone, like bro, we was listening to that shit. Not So Far Gone because I wasn't a Drake fan then. Save Me Later, bro. We was playing that shit back to back to back. We wasn't like when Drake gonna drop another album. We was just listening to that shit. And then when he dropped Take Care, it's like okay, fuck it. Now we got Take Care. Like I said, these niggas they drop album and it's shit. Nothing lasts long. They might have a moment like a little TikTok vibe or like whatever, and then it's like okay, what else you got? Because that wasn't it. That wasn't classic. That wasn't great. That wasn't amazing. And I feel like the biggest artists are the older artists, right? So obviously, Drake, J. Cole, Travis Scott. I say because Travis Scott came out like 2014, so he's like kind of like he's obviously right after Kendrick then, but he's still like he's been like in the game damn 10 years, 2024. He's been like 10 years in the game.
Since I was in high
he's
school.
Still a big artist. The only young niggas that's big like that on a mainstream scale. When I'm talking about mainstream scale, I'm talking about able to sell 200,000+ records, or at least let's say 180 and up, would only be, and I don't know if he's gonna do it this time, but he does the past two, would be.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna mention him listening to you, bro. I'm thinking like you said the album's been shit. It's a couple artists that got good albums. Even the young dudes, even some
No,
of the
this dude,
young.
like
But
I said, Roddy Ricch in 2019, using being antisocial was a good album. But his next one dropped, and niggas thought he was just like the worst nigga in the world. It's like they don't even have time to build the audiences. They're just like, you better come with it fast, or
I think it's a mix of the audience being a little weird, but then also the dudes just not being as consistent as they need to. Cause I feel like Lil Baby was the closest to being that next dude up. Cause he had the albums that or the mixtapes that really had some power and people played for a long time. Uzi too to a degree, but he was on the weirder shit. But
oh no, yeah, I get Uzi. No, Uzi was doing like 200, so he was like a mainstream like success nigga. But like what you said, Lil Baby did like the formula. Like Lil Baby dropped the good albums, but then he also went on the crazy feature
yeah,
runs. Like you couldn't
he just kind of
not
fell
hear
off of
him
that a little bit.
everywhere. Yeah, and like you got the dudes like Playboy Cardi, like the carnival shit. I ain't gonna lie, the carnival shit with Kanye is cool, but it's not no shit that made me like. I'm gonna see like even like with Yeet, right? Like Yeet, he'll do the shit with Drake. And I'm like, oh, this is cool, but I can't listen to just him on 22 tracks for 4 minutes. Like, no, you're like an appetizer. You're like just the little flakes that you put on top. Like, you're not a nigga that need to be putting out full albums. You need to be like behind the scenes, like how Eminem used to get the white girls to sing all the time. Like, you just need to be that. Like, you don't need to be making full albums. Like, all the white girls used to sing on Eminem shit. I never heard them hoes make no albums. I never heard none of their real music. They just like,
Hmm.
you're a sampler. Like, you're just here for like this specific purpose. You're not here to make 20-song albums and try to really compete with these type of people. Like, look at like even this, like obviously they're bigger together as Migos. I saw a video or a picture that someone posted Offset. He's trying to do a tour. Now, I don't know how recent that picture is, but shit, that nigga ain't selling no tickets on his own. Like he probably got like, let me see if I can pull it. But it's like these people they trying. I feel like people are
But
trying
it's
to connect
just
with an
it's
audience,
fake
but
though. Like
they ain't connecting.
nigga, you
Only the old niggas connect. Like Nicki Minaj, she's selling out her arenas. Like it may be two before you say what you about to say. Maybe two. It is just the fake stream shit. Like we think these people are bigger
nah,
than they
we
really
know
are, but
Offset not that big though.
niggas got
To
fake
go on
streams.
tour by himself?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not
Oh.
talking about like him. I'm talking about like people in general. You might think like, oh, this person's the big, but it's like, are you really that big? Like, oh, your shit's fake. Like it's manufactured. Even like the whole like this. I don't be recording a lot too because it's like this whole rap media. It's just like I see like clearly like I don't know how people miss it. Like clearly, it's just today we're trying to get clicks and views. You can clearly tell when certain shit's paid for. Like I saw this thing today. Like French Montana or his team or somebody is paying blogs to take an interview from DJ Vlad Tony Ayo, who said he in the interview he said French Montana is a marketing genius. He's been great at marketing for however long. And then Vlad's like, yeah, he has been really good at marketing. And you could tell when a nigga pay for shit with the same caption and they at you. I'll say this. Anytime a blog at somebody and doesn't just hashtag them, they pay for that. They pay for that at to be so people can go and click. It's like this is what niggas is doing. Like I don't know. It's like
That's crazy.
I don't know. The game is it's nasty right now. It's like in a weird
Yeah, I just think
in a weird place.
I don't know back in the day how it really used to go, but like I know dudes had like compilation tours where it's like multiple rappers, like great dudes. Like I remember I went to it was like Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, and somebody else. Like they was all on the same ticket. And it's like they don't have to carry it by themselves. And it's not
Yeah.
even by themselves, it's like, yeah, they could do numbers, but them coming together, they're gonna go crazy. It's like it's like the Kings of Comedy type shit. So it's like that's what they should be doing instead of trying to go on shit by their own, especially when you think about like 50 Cent, bro. You gotta understand how hot 50 Cent got. Like Ludacris, you gotta understand how hot these dudes had got at a certain time. And even then, they were still going on tours with other people. Even then, like, are some of these young dudes' careers as good as these dudes that we name in the past? And it's like you trying to do shit that they did, but you kind of premature in your aspect. Like these dudes went crazy. And even let's just say this is like it may be I don't even know how to say it. Like, so let's say like there was a range back in the day how niggas used to go crazy with do the numbers and how times was media and shit like that. So if they wanted to sell out, it wasn't as much competition. So maybe you do got to go even harder. So Lil Baby went crazy, but you got to even go crazier than what them niggas did because they was in a different era.
Yeah.
And I don't think these dudes understand that. So yeah, like Offset, you trying to like honestly, the Offset shit kind of got to me because it's like, yeah, you had a decent album, but going on tour, like, yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know if you by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Like,
I don't know if you have the. I don't know.
you,
What,
are
that's
you
what, I
not
don't know
going with
what
Cardi?
analytics niggas looking at. That's the thing. You if you was going on a tour, nigga, you should be on tour with Cardi B. Like y'all should do a joint. Like even like y'all definitely Beyonce and Jay Z, but Beyonce and Jay Z did a joint. A joint tour. He should did a joint tour. He should have did a fucking.
It's like, what are you doing? It's like you can't like with all the competition in the world, as far as rappers, other media, shit like that. You can't just think you're gonna go on tour and you're gonna sell out and you ain't really did shit. Like, respectfully, he had a good album, but it ain't really do no numbers. Your album ain't do drop a million first week. Like, you want to go on tour, do 500 first week. Then you got reasons to go on tour immediately after the album. Niggas trying to do shit that Drake do, but you niggas ain't doing Drake numbers. Everybody just like Wiz Khalifa.
You can go on tour, going on tour, at
What other niggas?
venues that fit your status. Like
that's
if
true
you're
too.
going, don't if you know you're not a nigga. Like if you let's say this, if you look at Drake, Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, whatever, and you say, okay, they're going to T-Mobile Arena, they're going to Toyota, like they're doing basketball, right? And you know you're not that, don't even try it.
But what they gonna like? What would Offset sell out like a warehouse, House of Blues?
Do like House of Blues.
What? But oh yeah, he probably could sell out a House of Blues. But
you're not too good to do like. I think Wayne could do like arenas, but like when Wayne went on his last tour, he was doing like when he came to Houston, he went to House of Blues. More, but he said, "Fuck, I'm gonna do House of Blues. I'm gonna sell it out. Chicken's gonna be fucking $500, whatever." But it's like,
yeah, that's way
I'm looking at
smarter.
Bayou City Music Center here in Houston. He's doing Bayou City Music Center here in Houston. That holds 3,000 people. I don't think Offset's brand is powerful enough to get 3,000 people to want to come out to his show.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
With the Migos,
and I'm agreeing with you.
Migos, yes. Him by himself, no.
And that just go to show you're delusional. Don't go on tour, nigga. Drop better music. Respectfully. You could just stream, nigga. No overhead, no travel costs, just stream, do something else. Because at the end of the day, bro, you try like Wiz Khalifa, when he used to go on tours, bro, he had such a fucking fan base that you knew every city he going to, bro, is a following. Like, y'all niggas trying to do what other rappers did before y'all, but y'all ain't got that buzz. They doing it for the image. Like, I'm going on tour just because that's what you think you're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, you're not even on that level right now, respectfully. But you acting like you on that level. Oh yeah, I got my tour coming. So nigga, you ain't got a tour. You ain't got a tour, nigga. Like, you got a couple appearances.
Like I'm looking at it, like I see this one. This one like got some tickets sold. Let me see. He got some tickets sold here, you know.
And respectfully, they richer than me. I'm just saying.
Here, like, you know, we got a lot of gray. So I mean, there's still some blue. I don't know how many general admission tickets there are left, but also like
for 214, 400 for VIP. It's not bad.
Like I'm not like 120, but what is VIP? Because a lot of these niggas be putting VIP in their ticket shit and just be like, you get into the venue first. Like I ain't meeting you. You know, there ain't no meet and greet type shit. So it's like, what am I actually getting?
Oh, that's New York City.
With the so you you do get a meet and greet here. Big dog meet and greet. So one German ticket early pre-show meet and greet photo with Offset, one exclusive tour post, something about Offset, one specific. But like bro, I'm not paying like respectfully. I'm not paying $500 to meet Offset. Like you're not like I'm not paying $500 to take a picture with Offset. I'm not paying like no. I might just see you in the mall, nigga. Like no catalog solo wise, it's decent, but it's not good enough for me to pay $500 to come take a picture with you, nigga. No, it's just not. That's not what.
You're not performing no Migos shit?
You probably do like Bad and Bougie, maybe, like, you know. But to be honest with you, I don't think the Migos could do a. I'm trying to be generous here. I'm trying not to say nothing stupid. Do I think the Migos, recipes Takeoff still alive, could they do an arena tour?
Not at the age that they was at now. When they back in their prime,
Toyota Center. Could they go to crypto.com? Could they could definitely go to Atlanta and sell it out for sure. I think they can sell Atlanta. They can do
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, but I'm thinking about other
They can
places.
do State Farm. Because I saw Gunna. Like I see Trail said, "Is anybody going to Gunna's tour?" No, I'm not. But for Gunna, I see he's got like big venues, certain places, and then like regular size venues in other places, right? So like he'll have like in Chicago, he's not doing the United Center, which is the basketball stadium. He's not doing that. He's doing some shit called Byline Bank Ballroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing theaters. He's not doing, like Houston, he's doing the 713 Music Hall. He's not doing the Toyota Center. But maybe he knows something we don't know. So when he goes to Miami, maybe he's looking at his algorithm. In Miami, he's doing I guess it's called the Kaseya Center, which is where the Heat play. He's doing the State Farm Arena, which obviously that's Georgia, as Atlanta, where the Hawks play. So he's knowing where to do certain venues big and where to, and even like this.
Yeah.
So look at even Gunna's VIP package, which is a meet and greet. His is was it $300? Now I'm not saying I'm gonna pay $300 to see Gunna either, but
Well, if I'm a young dude, I might. Gunna got a whole lot more reason to be on
I pay
tour.
300. I pay 300 for Gunna more than I pay 400 for Offset or 500 for Offset. I
Yeah,
said
that's
that,
insane.
but
And Gunna got a reason to be on tour. Gunna got a reason for a lot of young people to come show up. He got a lot of songs to play. He got a solo career. He can turn to set up.
I'm curious what a stadium considers like good, right? Like, what do they consider like? Okay, this is a decent amount of because this shit kind of like you see something like a lot of gray closer to this, but you see a lot of blue. So it's like I wonder like what do they consider? Okay, this makes sense. We won't cancel this, or we're gonna make money because this
Is
is this
blue
is in
empty?
June. It's a while. It's maybe no blue. Blue is like has gray is purchased. Blue is not paid for. Open seats.
What's
So
general admission though? How much?
that's like probably like where the basketball court will be at, and just stand here. So you can't really
I wonder if you just sell out general admission, is that good enough?
Man, I don't know.
Cause
I wouldn't think so.
when I went to
Definitely be
TDE, they was in the arena. The floor was pretty packed, and then I'd say it was probably like 60% full in the stands, maybe even 70. But it had some emptiness to it. But well, I'm probably even honestly,
when I was a Future
that
concert,
hype
that
might have
bitch
had
said
been 90%. I ain't gonna lie. Now that I think about it,
Future shit at the Toyota Center, top to bottom, full. That bitch was. I don't know if it was sold out, but it looked like that
who else was
motherfucker was
there
sold out,
at
right?
Future concert?
It was Future, Lil Durk, like those were like the main. Then like
Oh,
Trippie
so yeah,
Redd
it's
was
mostly just
there,
Future.
Babyface Ray was there, Doughboy was there. Then like obviously you bring out like Bun B, you bring out the Houston, people when they come through. But Future he sold the shit out. What it looked like. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what Gunna shit he doing in Miami. He trying to. I don't know. I see some blue, but I'm just curious what's the business behind that type of shit, right? And that brings us into the other conversation. Joe Budden was getting that the female rap wave is over, is dead, right? He got a lot of backlash. People like Nicki went.
You just hear that gorilla?
When we talk about Nicki Minaj is not included in like the female rap wave. Like Nicki Minaj is already solidified. She's already like she's with Drake and them. Like she's solidified. She's a legend. She whatever. Like she's not a part of this new wave. Like when we say the new male rap wave, we're not talking about Drake. We're not talking about Jay. Like these people they're in their own fucking. They're already legitimized. I think what he's saying, in my opinion, is that a lot of this shit is like moments on social media, but it doesn't really translate to mainstream success. Because like I said, when I was in Cancun, in the clubs, these female songs go off. But like, I don't know if your song going off in the club is making the label a lot of money for them to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not making them the mainstream shit will make the label money. Not really your shit get played in the club every once in a while. That's what my opinion would be. And a lot of the female shit be like moments and be manufactured, but it don't be lasting long. Kind of like the male rappers, the new male rappers as well. But like, I just don't think. I think what he's saying is like it's not as big and as grand as y'all would like to make it seem like it is. I think that's why I took it when he said.
I don't know who making it seem that big though. That'd be my thing.
well, the narrative like last year, we was like, oh, the female rappers took over. Like we're only talking about female rappers. Like I said, Ice Spice was MVP for like the first 4 months because I mean she was the only one that really was forward facing, and she was the only one that was getting talked about. I think it's like
They
she
had a
got like
great year last year, but I mean, it's just what level do you mean is over? Like they're not gonna be dropping any more music. Like they're
I
like
think I think it's like from his perspective, from what I was saying, like the labels aren't going to really pump too much money into creating these type of people anymore. That's what I feel like he was talking about.
I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on where society's going. Because I think a lot of who's being pushed to the forefront has to do with society. Because you see the same thing in the movie industry as well, where it's more women-based movies, even in the male-dominated. Like you would think there'd be a male movie, but they putting women in the forefront as far as in Marvel and shit like that. But um, the reason I say that just because the sexy reds and things like that, it's more than the music and them making profit. Like I think it's more about the agenda they like pushing. Like if I'm being honest, so is that over with? I don't know.
I'm like that's more to the narrative. Like that's manufactured. That's not like legitimately like these aren't legitimate. How look at this like if I can tell you like we talk about album sales. Like when y'all drop an album, how many y'all selling? Okay, Sexy Red looks like this big star, but she drop an album, she do 10K. Like okay, you're not really a musical star. You're like a social media person who drops songs occasionally to soundtrack your social media wave. That's how I would categorize people like that.
No, no. I was just answering what the labels, how they, what you said they might pump money into them and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I just it go into what you kind of said earlier with
I mean, but it's like what I said. I said like I said like I said like a couple weeks ago. It's like if I was to sign a female rapper, I would only sign them if I could sign them to a 360 deal because I feel like I'll make more, especially in today's like with the female rappers only like you only got them fan bases like either you're a Nicki stan, you're a Cardi B stan. Megs before she had a little bit of that market cap, but maybe it's doing a little bit. But besides that, like there ain't too many because y'all ain't getting the male fans really. So you got to try to get the gays, you got to try to get the women. And when you look at it, the hives are already created. It's already Nicki, it's already Cardi, and you're trying to like, okay, am I gonna be friends with Nicki to try to get her people to fuck with me? Am I gonna be try to be with Cardi? So then her like these people don't really have like legitimate fan bases on their own that they can count on to buy their albums. They're just hoping for a viral TikTok trend, and I'm gonna be so pretty that I can go get brand deals and shit like that. That's why I would sign them to 360s if I was a label person because we can say the guys ain't doing shit either, but them niggas ain't really making like if you're not, I can't go and sell you to a makeup thing like especially some of these weird niggas like what brands are gonna want to like what I'm gonna get with you.
nah,
So,
I don't know. I feel like some of these industries they not industries labels they fully invested in some of these female artists like Gorilla. She just dropped. I don't know if she got writers. I don't know if she write it on her own. I don't know who the producers around it, but I feel like they took time to curate that song and make it pop. They had a good video with it and everything. So I feel like she got people around her that's still focused on her having a good career. I don't think it's just dead for her. We'll see with Ice Spice. We'll see with what's this girl name? Sexy Red, shit like that. See with Cardi. People saying she might drop soon, but
but see, Cardi B to me, she's already like
but I
established like she's
but it's
because she has
so
an
if,
actual fan base.
so to just to argue against Joe Budden in a sense is like if women shit was on the lifeline, and I'm not a fan of the women rap by any means. I'm just kind of being devil's advocate. If women's shit was like on a lifeline, if Cardi B did drop, it would help. It would help their wave continue, especially if like say they was doing good last year and it kind of got quiet towards the end of the year. And then you got Gorilla that dropped, then Cardi B dropped the song. People shitting on it. I thought the song went bad. There's reasons why they shitting on it. They said it sounded like something else. But even then, niggas been jacking.
Oh, yeah, I don't think the song was bad. People was like, oh, they're compared to like
People
Ski Mask
been
and Slum God
jacking
shit. I'm like,
complete songs.
I think her shit's low key. Like when I listened to the Ski Mask Slum God shit, I'm like, that's not like a great fucking like maybe in that time it was like a hype record. This was SoundCloud rap was first coming out, but like when you go back and listen to it, like that's not
Yeah,
really
and she didn't steal the words or nothing. She stole the beat, and niggas been doing that. Niggas jacking beats and hooks
you
all the
use it all
time
the time.
nowadays. Like, so I don't care about that. But yeah, if she did drop an
People just
album, it would help. Yeah. But like I said I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the girl rap right now. Like I'm not a fan of Sexy Red, the Ice Spice, and of them. But saying it's gonna die, I would want it to, but I don't see that
it,
happening.
to be the devil's advocate, like what you said too, is like the girls have a disadvantage. Like this is my opinion because of the whole like when it comes to the women fan base in hip hop, they're already fiercely divided between the Barbs, the Barty people, the hotties, and then you can just try to get the scraps. And most female rappers when they're coming in, they're just trying to pull from these fan bases and hope that some of them will stick with them. And I just don't think long term wise, a lot of them will be
Yeah,
able
women
to
got to get out of that
do
though.
that. To be fair though, Doja Cat did come in and did her thing, but Doja Cat people consider her pop and she rap whatever.
But even then, you just gotta come in and make your own lane
She's
though.
another one though.
Like, don't do that. Like, it's a way you can do it where it's like,
But let's be honest, what are they gonna do? Like Rhapsody, she just
you gotta be
raps.
great. Let's be real. You gotta be
They
great.
look on Rhapsody. No, Rhapsody's great at rapping.
No,
She's just not. She's not making
but that's
mainstream type rap. She's making like her content.
so she's not in that lane. She's not in the. She's not playing this game. But I'm saying for the people that trying to be big in the lane of I want to be one of the biggest rappers known or considered one of those, you got to make a lane for yourself.
But what is a female gonna rap about?
They life. Be a great life rapper.
Section.
Like you ain't got to be the like, but make great songs.
But women ain't about to listen.
Make great music though.
I just rolled up in my 9 to 5. It's got to be the don't stop.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
In history, what female rapper has been able to do that?
Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott.
Besides Lauryn Hill,
Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj.
Some people might say she's like. People might say she's more Nicki Minaj.
But that's not what she's only known for. She's known for being a great rapper.
Yeah, but she's rapping about. Like,
she's known for being a great rapper though.
But so you're not talking about content. You're talking about
being great. Like you gotta be great. Like if you want to be able to,
you talking about this.
Cardi B is because I don't know why I'm getting so argumentative, but I just felt it for Cardi B. But even with Cardi B, like you're saying, she has one of those like Meg. She has one of those like I don't know what you call it. Yeah, she has a space in the market. Cardi B has one of those. Nicki has one of those. But so if you want to be, you just have to be great. Cardi B did it. Nobody thought you could take from Nicki Minaj fan base. But I don't know if you did that. But at the end of the day,
to be fair though, she came in at the perfect time though. She came in like it's like when you see that tech startup, the guy be like, "Oh, I got in." Like with Bitcoin, it's like I got in at this. Nicki Minaj. I mean, Cardi B got in at the time where there was already on Nicki Minaj's head. The whole Remy Ma shit was going around. People say, "Oh, Nicki Minaj is mean. She's the evil villain of hip hop, whatever." People are looking for somebody new, and Remy Ma dissed Nicki Minaj, and I feel like that's when Cardi B was able to kind of like burst through the door. Everybody in the industry was like, "She's great. Let's start the campaign. Let's get Bodak Yellow #1," and then she came at the perfect time. Now Meg. I don't know what I would consider Meg. I would just say maybe she was making good music. People was resonating with her.
Yeah, and
she had a movement. She had the hot girl summer shit. So that was like and she kind of came on a wave too, more like the,
she created a wave for herself.
Off the slut walk type shit, the whole appreciation, like let's be hot girls, let's whatever. So she kind of capitalized on that type of wave.
That's true.
And
I think a woman could do it. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible, especially when you think about it, you just have to be like super great. And I think a woman can easily surpass Cardi B's career as far as being successful. Like she's not the greatest rapper. She ain't this person that's been rapping since she was 13. Like, let's be real. She got people say she got writers. So if a woman really had the tenacity, bro, I think she could do it. Especially when you're talking about dropping good music.
You know who the best-selling female rappers worldwide of all time? If you were just to give me like your top 4, who would you think of the top 4?
Greatest what again?
Highest-selling female rappers of all time.
Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Obviously Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Missy Elliott. That's it.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you the top 6. Number 6, I'm gonna go from 6 to 1. Number 6 is Missy Elliott with 29 million records sold. Cardi B is number 5 with 31 million sold. Lil Kim is number
I
4
forgot about Lil'
with
Kim.
45 million sold. Lauryn Hill is number 3 with 50 million sold. So I already said Missy, I said Cardi, I said Lil' Kim, I said Lauryn Hill. Number 2, would you think it's Queen Latifah?
I thought she'd
Number
have been
2,
more at 6. It did too.
no. So and let's talk about this gap. We're talking about 29 million to 31 for Cardi, 45 for Lil Kim, 50 for Lauryn Hill. And at 70 million, which is 20 million more than Lauryn Hill, 25 million more than Lil Kim, damn near 40 million more than Cardi, is Iggy Azalea.
What
Seven
the
and a half. This is according to Wikipedia. According to Wikipedia, Iggy Azalea is the second highest selling female rapper of all time. And Nicki Minaj is at 100 million.
That's insane. I didn't see that coming.
I mean, now if you go to the best selling, now this is everything. This is singles, rap, this is albums, everything encompassed, right? So if you go to the best selling female rap albums of all time, you got Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, Rome Reloaded, 1.4. Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy, 3 million. The Pink Print, Nicki Minaj, 3 million. Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj, 3.8 million. And the Miseducation, Lauryn Hill's number 1 with 20 million albums sold. So that's why Lauryn Hill dropped albums. One album did 20 million. It's like, what do I need to? Y'all got it. That's like dropping the Titanic essentially. Like, what do I need? I don't need to drop nothing else after Titanic. Like James Cameron dropped Titanic and then he dropped Avatar. So he dropped like 2 of the biggest movies of all time. He don't got to do shit else. Like you're done. You're good. And the
Go
highest
live on a
selling
mountain.
singles of all time are Cardi B, Bodak Yellow is the highest selling female single with 10 million. Iggy Azalea's Fancy at 9.1 million, and Nicki Minaj Starships at 7.2 million. So that's just a little bit of, and this is according to Wikipedia. So, Iggy at 70 million is crazy. I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. But it's a little trivia. So yeah, I think that's it, man. I don't think it's too much I could think of to go into. Everybody on Shannon Sharp calling him gay again because he was walking out the thing at the Total Wine store. I think this. I can't think of nothing else.
Yep, let's wrap it up on that. Shannon Sharp. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I like Cam Newton response.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Salute to Cam. He's doing great work. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I don't really care about that. There's a white boy who was talking shit. Did you see there's a white boy who was talking shit about Haley Bailey? She's the Little Mermaid, the black Little Mermaid. He was like the new mermaid. It was like a picture of E.T., right? Call her ugly. And then people was getting on his ass like, bitch, look at your wife. She ugly. And they bought a picture of his mama. His mama kind of like got one of them faces. Like she, like, no disrespect, she's dead. Rest in peace to the dead, whatever. But she does look like the sloth from Ice Age. Like she has that like where she has no jaw, but she has like a mouth. But it's because she had cancer and she had like a.
Oh damn.
He said they'd like take her soft tissue, whatever. But niggas ain't don't give a fuck about that. So they annihilated his mama.
Damn.
Rest in peace. And DDG, who's dating the Haley Bailey girl, they have a baby together. He was like smoking on. He had a picture of him with a cigar with the nigga mama face photoshopped onto the damn cigar, like I'm smoking on your dead mama. Which is like, you went there, talk shit about his baby, the mother of his child. So I mean, he went there essentially, and I don't really care because he be on that weird. He one of them white people or them conservative that be on social media like everything that's wrong with the world is black people's fault. Like I see a new trend on social media, be like they'll show a picture of like Moscow, like Russia. It'll be just like people walking around the streets and look so peaceful, and be like, what do you notice here? And all the comments like, no blacks, no immigrant. Like they know what response they're gonna get, so they just post that. And then another one that posts like, look at schools in the 90s. There's like a white school where kids like, like they're just look at the VHS of kids like smiling. It's like, what do y'all notice? And they're like, same thing. No blacks, no immigrants. No, like every problem is like black people infiltrating and making fucking like white people don't be addicted to fentanyl and be doing like it's weird to me. But that's the type of shit
rape
that
culture
about. Like he'll blame everything on black people, and yeah. So I don't really feel bad for him. Like, and you wanna, and then the two is like it was so unprovoked. It's like the Little Mermaid is so old. Like that movie's been out for like 2 years. Like why'd you circle back? But like it's for engagement. We already know why you do it. So if you're gonna do it, and then they're gonna talk shit about your mom and your wife, expect it. Don't play the victim. Like, oh my god, everybody is attacking my mom. Like, nigga didn't know your mom had cancer. They thought she was just ugly. So it's like,
Hey, I ain't gonna
okay,
lie to
man.
you. And
Rest
if
in
you talk
peace.
about somebody that somebody care about, and they talk about somebody you care about, you shouldn't have did it. Stay out of personal shit. You got personal with them, and you can't get mad at how they get offended. Because somebody did that to me.
Yeah.
You talk about somebody I care about. All right, I don't give a fuck. We'll talk about shit you care about. That's what you're doing.
And it's like too. It's like I feel like DDG knows her, right? Because that's the mother of his child. So when it first got announced she was the mermaid, she was getting like the conservative motherfuckers they was going in on her like she's ugly or DI, why are they making Black Mermaid, whatever. So we don't know behind the scenes she could have been like because she was pregnant too. It's like she could have been going through hormones and she could have been really depressed. So he know what that shit did to her. So then the movie's been out forever long. Nobody's really fucking with her no more. And then this random ass nigga come and try to shit on her with a tweet
Nigga, I
that
got
gets
time
thousands of
today.
likes. He's like, oh no, bitch, I know what this. I know how this affected my girl when this shit was going. Bitch, we ain't about to do it again. So hey, nigga, went after your mama. I guess that's how I go.
Siri, play money
That was interesting to
bags.
see because nigga, this thing too about like conservatives I be noticing on Twitter lately. Like back in the day, there's like, oh, these snowflake liberals. Like these niggas are really all the same. Liberals, they're all like whiny. They want to they'll be like, oh, black people blame this for why they're like this, but then they'll use this group to like they're like black people complain about white people why they can't do whatever, but then these niggas will complain about the Jews of why they're fucked up. So it's like the same shit. It's just like y'all claim black people hate white people, and then y'all niggas hate Jews. Like it's like I don't know, they're all full of shit. Like I said, but I feel like it's all like farming for likes. Like when you post that, and you know you got a certain demographic, when you say, "What do y'all notice about this?" and it's just nothing but white people walking around Russia and shit look clean. You know people are gonna be saying no immigration, no black people, no like you already know it. And if you go to the tweet and you scroll, that's what you see. So these niggas know what they be doing. And then when they get checked on it, niggas act like victims. Like I didn't say any, I didn't bring up race. Like bitch, you know what you're doing. Like you know what type of audience you got. You know, like you know what the response is gonna be. Like, come on, stop playing victim, bitch.
I wanted to bring in a new segment called Over Under.
Yeah, let's do it.
And at first I wanted to do it with sports, and I don't know how we could do it with sports, but I want to start. We can also do it with like life shit. Like we could do it with life shit as far as like, for example, over under on the racism in America right now.
Do I think what's the thing?
Do you feel like it's high or low right now? Is it you over or under?
Um,
Just to, it's a simple thing. It's like it's a simple way to act something, but at the end of the day, it could bring on a deep conversation.
I think
Because
it's
for me, example, it's like a lot of times I be feeling like shit is like not as bad, but then when you start to see shit how people really feel on social media, it's a lot of shit, bro. When you see the comments all the time, bro, with different conversations, it get like it get racist a lot, bro. So over under.
yeah. I feel like a lot of people be. I feel like people be indulging in racist shit, but a lot of people are like they pussy, so they're not gonna like. It's not gonna bleed out to real world. Like they're not gonna do anything in the real world. So it's like I feel like it's. I feel like it got to be the same as I don't know. I say under. I guess I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like these brand of white people now they're more pussy than the old white people. Cause like the old white people, they didn't give a fuck. They're like Negroes, like these niggas, they hide them behind fake. They got like frogs as their anime, they're they're like they're hiding. They're not really open with it. They're open undercover anonymously. But if you was to walk by them in person, they're not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, them like, what's this need? They're like more openly with it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I know social media does make it seem like there's a lot because, like I said, if I was to find one of these posts and scroll through it and show you, you're like, God damn, people really think like this. But
Anytime there's a cop, anything dealing with cops, anytime there's a fight, like it's always some shit.
I don't know.
And even when it don't even be shit like that, it's just like you said, It could be
I
little
say
meme
I
shit.
say under. I don't know. I say under.
I say under too, just because at one point, especially in America, we were slave and stuff like that. It's still shit that used to go crazy. That's way less controlled and way more. It's way less nowadays. And I guess it's like you said. I think it's a lot of keyboard warriors more than real life shit. And I do think that come to play in certain terms, like maybe you won't get hired and shit like that, or maybe this person go to HR and get you fired and shit like that. Like I think that shit does play in the certain parts, but even
Yeah,
then,
I know why they're not openly racist because they don't want niggas to dox them. And
yeah, it's certain shit you can get counsel for. We do have a way more voices these days. Um, we can get a lot of outrage and shit like that because there's still people that do support you. So it is more a dangerous game for sure. But like I said, I think it's even if it's you getting fired, it's a lot different than getting hung. It does affect you as far as like, damn, you may can't feed your kids. This may lose something as far as eviction or something like that. But there's ways you can get out of that a lot better than getting hung and shit like that. So I say under, which is like it's a crazy what's the name, but I say I just wanted to bring this into play with other shit as well. Like this, I don't have any other examples for it, but yeah, I'm gonna try to bring it to play more often. Over under game.
yeah, we can do that. That's interesting. I'm looking at that tweet right now. Yeah. Other day I saw a lot of like black people shit, but now it's just like no druggies. Democrats haven't ruined it yet. One guy said, "I noticed all the things I'm no longer allowed to say, but they're obvious to everyone." What are they obvious? What's obvious? But yeah. Anyways, on that note, um, oh, last thing. Um, I was watching the interview of that. Well, I was watching. I saw a clip of that girl who you seen that girl, the video of that girl who like got on stage with the Afrobeats guy and she was twerking on him and grinding on him and she had a boyfriend that was in the crowd. You saw that story?
Oh yeah.
She did an interview and she was like, I brought him to the concert because he was having like a bad time. He was in a bad state. And I was like, imagine bringing your boyfriend to a concert when he's in a bad state. And then as soon as you get the chance to publicly embarrass this nigga, you take that opportunity. Like, let's say your boyfriend was depressed. I don't know what he was upset about or whatever, but like, and then your thing is like, oh, this famous rapper told me to get on stage or whatever he is. I don't know, Afro, whatever. And I'm gonna grind on him, twerk on him with my boyfriend, who I brought here because he's depressed, going through things. Like, does that make sense to you?
No, it doesn't. A lot of times people don't
Like
think.
if you get brought on stage, like okay, they bring you on stage, like maybe he wants me to sing a song or rap. But once it gets to like a nigga trying to twirl you around, that's when you like as the girlfriend, you should be like, oh, hold on, all right, we ain't doing that. I thought I was gonna be here to sing or something. Like, you want me to twerk on you and do all that? My boyfriend in the crowd, I'm not gonna do that. So it's like, don't try to clean it up, bitch. Like you foul, you wrong. Like
Even her cleanup was nasty.
saying that, oh, I brought him there because he was depressed and he was going through something, and then it's like I'm
You
gonna
made it
embarrass him.
worse.
Yeah, you made it worse. Like thank God for
Nigga was
cops
on
for
this.
that to give him $20,000. But like one for that, shit, he'd be probably having a shit day.
She was asking for money too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times, bro, you just gotta let people talk, and they'll tell everything you need to hear. Because a lot of people don't think as deep as you think they would. Because it's like, if you really thought about what you're saying, you know that don't sound right. But she
Yeah,
ain't even.
let me
She not even
see.
thinking from that level.
Yeah, but yeah, that ends it, man. What time was it? It's 12:07. My birthday is officially over.
Welcome to
I'm
30.
30. 30. I'm here.
You're 30,
Um,
30 in one day.
30 in a day. And today, I'm starting this new thing. Well, it's not new. Everybody does. Well, not everybody does it, but I'm trying it. So I'm be documenting it. So I was thinking about making another channel for it, but I don't know. I'm doing that little what's it called? 75 hard, where you gotta like do all this shit. You gotta work out twice a day. You gotta read a book. You gotta it's a whole little thing, right? And I'm gonna document it and see if I can make it through the whole 75 days. Drink a gallon of water. That whole bunch of shit you gotta do.
No,
So
that's cool.
I'm gonna
That's
document it.
similar.
I'm 30. I need to, I lost a lot of weight at one point, and I kind of like fell back into my ways. So I'm like, I want to do like I'm 30. My 20s were great. In the beginning, a little rocky. I was making financial decisions or whatever. I'm now. now I got to get my shit together because like as I get older, because this is what happened. This is what I think happened, right? Like I was at a certain weight, like a big weight, and then I feel like when you at a big weight, it's easier for you to lose weight because you just got to stop doing what you was doing. Like at one point, bro, I was eating, I was going crazy. Like I was like fucking, I eat 2 McDoubles and a fucking 20. Like I was going crazy. So when you just cut that shit out, right? You just maybe go walk a little bit, you'll lose weight fast because you're already big as hell. And I feel like right now where my body's at, I'm kind of like at a plateau is where I'm like, I'm still eating or whatever sometimes. So like your
Yeah,
body
bro.
just
I see what happened.
like a show a jolt to the system. So I'm gonna
You
try to
kept
set
your
we gonna see.
you kept your same high school diet after you got out of high school, because that's what we were doing after practice and shit. We'll get
Yeah, we just going to eat we just
I
going to
eat
eat three
two.
beefy 5 layers and this and that.
Yeah, we used to go crazy. I have two hot and spices and two McDoubles, and then I have a large fry. Like we used to go crazy, and you
So
you you
it was
could
like
burn
fuck it,
all
we
that
good.
off. Yeah,
But
we
once you
was
get out of that, you're not working out every
practice
day.
and
It's like
then work
it catch up
after.
to you.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I'm
that's
gonna do
really
that
what it was.
75 hard. So I'm gonna document it. Uh, I know I'm gonna make shorts. So I probably don't. I don't know if I might make a new channel just for that type of little
Talk to
content.
Jake
So
about it. Jacob Booth's been doing something similar with his
yeah,
running
he been
shit
doing.
on.
He been running like fucking 60 miles a week. Like Jesus Christ.
60
But
miles
yeah,
is crazy. But
60
he said
miles
he's
is
doing it for
crazy.
how the whole year or something like
The
that.
whole year, every day, he running like 6 miles or some shit every fucking day. So, but yeah, it's just hope. It's just
That sounds
a
fun,
hope.
bro.
Like you do a jolt or you do it like that, and hopefully it just sparks new habits. So after it's done, you just keep on,
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
and it could be a stepping stone for sure, bro. Stepping stone
So
for sure.
I got to figure out all these damn books. Like I got to figure out what because you can only read. It says read just stuff. I'm gonna read whatever fuck I want to read, but I got to find the books. Like make little content about. Okay, this is what I'm reading for my son. Like I post shit. If I make like a TikTok for it, and maybe I make a
Different shit
YouTube video
that
where
inspires you from each book
yeah,
or
I'm reading
different
about
chapters and
yeah.
shit. That's a good content, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good blog
So I was like,
content, bro.
because I
That's
was thinking like
cool.
maybe I'm gonna like maybe I'll like do it like I'll make shorts about it right for every day like day one of setting like boom boom this is what I did eat this
I
is
ain't
what
gonna lie, I
I did
got
work out
you.
with or whatever and then maybe on YouTube I'll just do like the whole week like a vlog from the like you know what I'm saying not like a
Nah,
daily
bro.
thing.
That's bro,
I don't know.
brother.
I'll see how I'm gonna do it.
I like the idea. I tell you that just
And I feel
because
like it'll help me like hold myself accountable because like nigga people watching like all right, it's day 10 nigga I gotta keep on because if I
watch it.
stop now it's like nigga you stop like nigga you gotta keep going.
And obviously, this is an external reason to be doing it because you got great internal reasons to be doing it for sure.
Yeah.
But even on the external reason, like when you think about YouTube and people becoming sensations and stuff, people fall in love with the person. And if you do blogs and shit, like that's what happened with Sneeko. You're doing blogs where people got to know him personally. Like
Right.
Castanet, people seeing him 24 stream and shit like that, they get to know you personally. So when they see you going through certain shit, it build a different audience than just certain even reactions and
Get
shit
on
like that.
here
People
and
get
give you an opinion on some shit. It's
yeah,
like, okay.
like people fuck with us
Joe
and
Budden
fuck with the
said, it's like,
opinion.
okay, whatever,
Yeah.
your opinion's cool, whatever. On to the next thing.
But when they actually know you and see certain shit you struggle with or go through, like that, it resonates. That's just human shit, bro. It's just
Yeah.
human. That's good content, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, we're gonna see, we're gonna figure it out. I mean, shit, today is the day. Shit, it starts today. I was gonna say I was gonna do my 30th birthday. Obviously, I had cake. I got some crawfish.
You gotta get you a clock down clock, bro.
And now I gotta fucking get to it. So we'll be back next week. Make sure you subscribe to not subscribed already. Salute to Igbo Praise in the building. Said your Curry year. Now, I ain't even try to block. I said I gotta block me. I ain't trying to block him. Trying to show this good thing. Steph Curry year. Salute Steph Curry. We in the building. Big 30. But yeah, we out. You got anything else, Bryce?
Oh no, it's been fun, man. See y'all next week.